sometimes that like it'll go from like one loudness to just a higher loudness. And it's just like, oh, okay, you've been drowned out by that loudness.
That's why I've been playing this sound set this whole time, because I wanted to test how consistent it was.
Yeah.
By the way, Dan, I just want to say I love that it's like, what are you playing? A Dwarven Oracle? What's your token? A big, muscly fucking warrior with an axe?
Well, I did actually have like another one, but it looked weird apparently, and I completely forgot that this fucking shit existed. So
yeah. Casey had a smush face token a little bit. Because his was all goofy looking.
Oh, you're black.
So you're starting stream, don't be racist.
Yeah.
He yells at me enough, I have to yell at others. Here, while he's starting stream, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick.
okay. And Kate, I'm actually going to send you a picture of that as actually my character, so you know for real.
Casey, when I shrink that down, I wouldn't even be able to tell what the fuck it is.
Context.
all I could think of was the
I defy you, sir. That is not an oracle. I defy you,
Dan. When you yelled context, all I could think of was the thing from Hellsing Ultimate. Why don't you stick it in me? Why don't you stick it in me again? I might like it this time. Anderson, context, Heinko. Father Anderson.
Actually, Casey, I just had a potentially better idea. Repeat.
I love the random people in the background just burping for the music.
Yeah, it's Sirenscape, so it has like sound effects to go with it as well. So like more Paul, because I've used Sirenscape to see what it is as well. He's got like all different sliders for shit.
Yeah,
so it'll have like an ambience part where he's just put
yeah. I like it, but it's just like
I'm not finding any.
It's like you just hear the general chatter, then just.
That's why I like in the Kingmaker game they actually use Sirenscape.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I feel like when you're watching the load up thing, it actually comes up with Sirenscape as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's like it's the thing for Pathfinder apparently now.
Yeah. I need to play more of that, honestly.
Oh.
Because that's also what Glass Cannon use as well.
What is it?
Sirenscape.
Oh yeah, it's
I was
really
just telling about it. Like the fact that fucking Kingmaker actually uses it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was because I was saying I love how during like with all like the people talking and the little music in the background, all you would randomly hear is burp. You just hear someone randomly burp.
Yeah, like this Sirenscape, I have so many sound sets downloaded, dude. I probably have like a couple gigs with the sound sets, to be honest.
Nice.
Because like it's a really nice system. You have to pay for it, but I mean,
well, there is a free version. But
there's a free version, but there's
not.
Yeah. There's really not a lot of sounds, honestly. There's only a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
So yeah, I was just telling him that like even that game uses it, and Glass Cannon podcast uses it as well.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. All right. So. Okay. Oh shit! I didn't bring up my my OneNote. 1 sec. I forgot to bring this up.
Unprepared.
There you go. No, it didn't take me long. I just had to
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, it gives me a chance to go get some drink.
I mean, you can run and go grab a drink. It's fine.
Okay.
Ilya, did you remember to load up your crit deck? Super.
Did you hear that? I burped and then the sound set burped.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeet.
Do you like the tokens, Cade?
I do, but I'm also getting another one because I'm a douche.
What? What are you changing it to?
He needs it to. He needs it to be
I have to outwolf Shira's wolf. That's just the way it is.
Nah.
Your wolf is medium though. His is large. I actually think your wolf should actually only be this big.
Visually.
I mean, like, we can treat it as just the 2 spaces, but I like it like this because you can see him better.
Yeah, that's my main reason for him being like this.
Yeah.
And my wolf will get bigger.
God damn it.
No. No,
I was
that's
trying
why
to
it's
see if
fine.
there's a way I could shrink this to where, like, it would be like this.
But in, like, the 2 spaces.
Yeah, but it's not shrinking. I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, and I can move him around. Yeah, that works.
Okay, I don't think I have anything written down here that I need. Fuck you, I'm not uploading that.
Why? But he is the goodest boy.
What did he send you?
Some weeb shit.
It's not that weedy, he's a good boy.
Did he send you
It's-
the video that is like 10 minutes of anime little sister saying Onichan?
I've already seen that video. I follow enough degenerates on YouTube
Of
that I've
course
seen
you've
it.
seen it.
Yeah, of course I have. I'm in I'm in so many degenerate circles.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind if you had that. That's pretty cool.
It's Repeat. Repeat is
Yeah,
awesome.
I forgot his name, but I was like, he's from that Tales of game.
Yep, it's Repeat.
That
He
Tales
fights with a
of
knife and he has a pipe.
that Tales of game that I played 8 hours of and then stopped.
I finally get to play it.
I play it.
The fucking, like, Microsoft thing is up.
Hmm.
It actually didn't scale as horribly as I thought it would.
Yeah.
Look at you guys with all your fancy fucking...
You're blurry as fuck. He's perfect.
It actually looks fine on the token.
Yeah, it looks fine, Casey.
Let me just zoom in real quick.
He's just lightly colored because Tails artwork. He's just lightly colored because Tails artwork.
Yeah, even if I zoom in, it isn't blurry.
Yeah, it looks fine. So, you guys are all in the town of Faintonar. You've all came here through various means and channels. Some of you may have been born in the area or were born in the town itself. Some of you may just be traveling through the area as you move on to your next paycheck. Faintonar is a small town towards the somewhat central of Nearmanthus. It's been around for about 3 centuries. Kind of was formed because they built a bridge over the river, making it a kind of trading post along the Shellyax trading roads to their northern colonies. It's sort of a crossroads between the Nesbian Plains and the Hollow Hills. There's not a whole lot here. There's no walls at all to speak of. There's no defensive walls put up or anything to that effect. If there's an attack, you can see them coming from miles away across the plains. So, basically what the town will do if there's an attack, they just kind of sprint into the woods and hide until the attackers get bored. I'm serious. That is
an empty town.
that is exactly what they do. If
not what
somebody
I
attacks
do.
the town, they get bored they just run into the woods and live in the woods until the attackers get bored within a week or so and just run off. Because what hope do you have of finding a group of people very familiar with the area, literally hiding in woods?
Me.
Neighboring near Memphis is the Multhoon, to the kind of south-ish, roughly. Multhoon and near Memphis have kind of been at war for many, many years. Multhoon employs all kinds of different things to try and crush near Memphis, but near Memphis has held out this far thanks to the bravado and efforts of the Chernosardo Rangers. Multhoon hasn't failed for lack of trying. They certainly have tried many times to crush the Nearmanthus and their spirit, but each time they seem to kind of bounce back. Right now, it's kind of a lively time in town. Roughly every year, the town of Faindenar throws what's called a market festival, which is it's kind of like just sort of like a large festival they throw every year. A bunch of people show up. There's only probably about 400 people here in the town on any given day. It's a pretty small town, but actually I lied. It's not every year. It's every 4 months. Sorry, but it's about a 2-day festival. I thought it was every year. I was thinking of a different festival. But roughly every 4 months, they have a 2-day affair where farmers and herders all across from the plains come in, as well as some of the woodcutters from the nearby forest of the Fangwood, prospectors from the Hollow Hills, and they all come in, trade supplies and raw materials. It's kind of like a big open market day. You can barter with goods, you can sell your goods, you can buy some. Maybe a lucrative trader came in from one of the nearby towns of like Tamran or something. Maybe someone came in and you can try to buy some magic items, that sort of thing. And everyone's kind of having a great time. There's stalls set up everywhere. Everyone's drinking and eating, having a lot of fun. And yeah. Where is everybody currently at? I know where one of you is at.
So it's just like a festive day. So tavern.
Yep. So the main tavern that a lot of people go to, it's called like the Taproot Inn. It's not really a tavern, it's more of an inn, truth be told, but plenty of people go there and spend time in there and kind of just have a grand old time hanging out.
Okay.
So that is up here. This building right here. Okay, and would Kieran be at the tavern as well, Kate?
Probably be like just coming in from the forest.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and do it from the point of view of Kieran. So Kieran comes into town, he's heard of the market festival, he's a little curious. He's got his trusty friend Fen with him, always at his side. Kieran stops off at the Taproot Inn, is what it's called. It's kind of the local like friendly tavern. It's a 2-floor building, so they got plenty of space if you need to crash for the night or whatever. And as Kieran walks in, he sees a bit of a sight. There's people everywhere having fun, drinking, just merry old time. There's people arm wrestling and, telling stories. And there's you can see a kind of a dark-skinned woman kind of standing on the table and like bragging about some past exploits she's had. At the bar sits a very, very large man. At the bar sits a very, very large man, kind of enjoying himself. He's kind of trying to get the attention of the barkeep, trying to order something. He's got what appears to be a wolf, maybe, but it's fucking huge. Like it's lying on the ground, and its head is sitting on the bar.
Okay, so it is actually in the bar.
Oh yeah, he's in the bar.
And
okay, I want to sidebar for a quick second. This immediately makes me think of in one of the newer Digimon RPG games. There's a scene where like one of the really big fusion Digimon is like crouched down, stuck in this coffee shop, and he just barely fits, and it's comical as hell. That's what I'm picturing right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he'd be sitting in one of the stools, but his like knees would be coming up like halfway, because the chair's really small.
Like how
the wolf is sitting in a stall?
No,
No.
I would be. Throthgar would be.
Like how actually big is the wolf?
I actually did.
Give us some feet.
Yeah, how big is Brutus? I know
Since hold on, I'm about to sneeze.
Because I know Throthgar is I think I have him 7.5 feet tall.
So
you have to right him. So he's
Brutus he's a long creature, so he's probably about like probably about 13 feet long.
Yeah.
And obviously probably.
Yeah, I feel like a good 8 feet high.
Yeah, 8 feet. That was what I was thinking. 8 feet would probably make his proportions not look super weird.
Yeah, he's
because otherwise he's gonna be dragging Throthgar on the ground.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's lying down.
Right
like I said, he's literally lying down like on his chest, and his head is on the bar top.
Yeah.
And why don't you go ahead and describe a little bit about what Throthgar looks like?
Throthgar is just
a big boy.
He's super tall, big muscles, because he's just this big muscly guy. He doesn't have. He has a scale mail on right now, where trying to describe it, like it's got the chest part, 2 big shoulder pads, pauldrons. Thank you. Forgot the name of them. 2 big pauldrons, not like super oversized like in World of Warcraft, but like they're sizable.
Not WoW pauldrons,
yeah,
but like Warhammer pauldrons.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but they're not like realistic pauldrons either. They're like a little bit.
So they're like Warhammer pauldrons.
Yeah. Like they're a little exaggerated. Then other than that, he's got like these like metal gloves that have a little bit something special to them. Which
I heard what you got.
Yeah.
Silly goose.
Other than that, he's just kind of got like the rest of it is just, other than the armor, just like your average like kind of leather pants and boots. With the boots have like some metal on them as well.
Also, given your sprite, I just now realized why you got that.
Yeah.
I understand you want and I applaud you.
Then sitting next to him would be a big old tower shield, and then underneath the tower shield is sitting what looks to be a big like think like an Oni club. Like the club from Final Fantasy XIV's PvP, the Oni club, that it's pretty much that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he has. Then other than that, he's just like, he looks a little bit a little old, but still like where his age isn't gonna slow him down. He's got like this black, slightly graying hair. Yeah.
This grandpa's salt and pepper look.
Mm-hmm.
So as he's sitting there, kind of like almost not so much impatiently, but just kind of like tapping his finger on the bar, keeping himself occupied. He's kind of waiting for the barkeep to come up, and they come up. I'm trying to get the picture of him really quick for you, but I don't know if we'll be able to copy it over easily. It's not letting me copy this easy. So a woman comes up. She's kind of like a got like big black eyes, 2 black braids hanging down behind her hair. She looks like she's got kind of like an olive tint skin. She walks up. She's got a like this teal scarf around her waist. She walks up. Well, hey there, Throthgar. How can I help you today?
Throthgar's looking down at his little menu. He's squinting, concentrating really hard, and he points.
And go ahead.
He points this one thing and goes, "I would like a."
She kind of gives you a wink and says, "You want the usual?"
Yes, and a pint of 2 pints of ale, and a bowl of wine for Brutus.
She goes like, "You got it," and she walks off and starts getting all that ready. And she gets like a nice big juicy steak from the back, and gets a little bit of raw meat as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. She goes off and starts getting it ready, and you can see her. She starts cooking up a really nice big juicy steak, and she kind of like looks around and sneaks some raw meat. and she kind of like scoops up 2 nice big flagons of ale and comes up and sets them down in front of you and throws the like kind of chunk of meat over it to Brutus. Snaps it out of the air and munches on it. And she good.
I had a better vision of that. Since you said his head is just laying on the bar, I imagine she like sets it in front of his mouth and his tongue just snakes out, grabs the meat without moving his head.
That is pretty much what Brutus would do.
That would make more sense then. If he's more of a kind of like chill, laid back, she just sets it in front of him and he kind of just like snakes out, takes it in his mouth, and pulls it back in.
See, because like Brutus he's big and intimidating, but he's just like he's a big softy, unless like we're in battle.
In which case he's a bloodthirsty killer.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they bring you your meal and kind of you leave you to your pieces. If you need anything, darling, just let me know. I'll bring you whatever you need.
Of course. And then I start just chugging down some of the ale.
Monster Hunter style.
Animation lock potions.
Yeah.
Oh god. And then as Kieran kind of takes this in, he notices there's like there's like one table off in the corner that has kind of like almost like a little congregation. It's got there's several dwarfs all sitting there. And we'll go ahead and do you want to describe Dwogal?
Sure. Alright, so basically he's like a older looking person, but like not super old looking. White hair, long white beard, like braided beard. Wearing like hide armor that doesn't quite fully cover everything, like his arms aren't fully covered. Brown eyes. And he has like an axe that he's just like put down to the side, like a dwarven axe. And yeah.
Okay, and I'm guessing would your wife and both of your children be with you?
No, just 2 kids. The wife's
just
still
kids.
in.
Oh, she's still in Kragadon?
It's only 2 kids still with me.
Okay, so one of your kids. How old are they? I should have asked that first. They both adults, or?
Yeah, they're both adults, but like.
Okay, one is a little older than the other, probably.
Yeah.
Okay,
Basically,
so your
oldest came with me.
Yeah, so the eldest is kind of just like talking to me. He's like, "So, do you think they'll break the siege this year, Dad?"
Hopefully, so we can go home.
Yeah, that'd be great. I can't wait to see the rest. They're gonna love what we found. I can't wait to tell them all about it.
It will be very exciting, that's for sure.
And the other one chimes in, "Can we tell them about that time you fell into the pothole and the other in the dwarven ruins of Asgadar?" And the older one
like
starts slapping like, "Shut up! Don't say that."
Like giant pupper.
I think we'll keep that one our lips.
And one of the like tavern women comes up and brings you the large pints of kind of specially brewed dwarven ale that they kind of once you moved into town, they figured, well, we got a sizable dwarven population now, we might as well get some better alcohol.
I like that it's my character that brings in more alcohol.
So yeah, they bring you some nice dwarven brewed booze, probably mixed with a little bit of whiskey just for that extra kick. And they set in front of all of you, bring you out some nice like large mutton, enough for the 3 of you to eat and then more.
But first thing first, we all like raise our fucking. I'm guessing they're in tankards, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we just raise them, bash them, and start chugging.
Are any of you? I forgot to ask. Do you follow any particular god?
Me? Yes. It's Torag, I think it's.
I figured it would be Torag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dwarven god. So yeah, I'd imagine they're, by Torag's anvil, you guys all clack your large tankards together and down the whole thing in one gulp. And the waitress kind of like basically was hovering nearby with the second one, just sets it down in front of you. They've seen you guys do this a couple times.
Just a few.
And then we'll go back to Kieran. He's standing at the door, kind of just taking in the scenes. I see his eyes probably linger on the wolf of the giant wolf a little bit.
Yeah,
obviously, the massive Throthgar is a little intimidating.
By the way, he looks kind of intimidating, but like his demeanor it shows that he's not really like he's a very kind man. Like he's always got like this big smile on his face, kind of thing.
My character will still be scared shitless of him. Actually, more so because he's outgoing and confident.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's gonna be scared shitless of mine. I'm very outgoing. He's a wolf. Don't get it.
So, in the center of the bar, there's kind of like this, like I said, this kind of dark-skinned woman with very short cut hair. She's kind of standing there. She's pretty deep into her drinks at this point, and everybody pretty much knows who she is, especially in Vandanar. She's sort of like a local legend. This is sorry, her name is Auburn, and she's kind of like a local legend. She's a ranger, a local Shernasardo ranger who's retired and kind of just helps out around the town.
Okay.
As of late, she's become a sort of foul-mouthed priestess of Cade and Kaelin. So you kind of anywhere there's a party or drinking or fun to be had, she's usually right in the throes of it. And Kieran actually has seen her around a couple times. She tends to, range out into the woods quite a bit. So I'd imagine you guys would have had at least some interaction.
Yeah.
Especially for being a retired Shernasardo. So, she's kind of sitting there and is like, and there I was. Hobgoblins on my left, hobgoblins on my right, the dwarves in front of me, dead. The elves behind me, dead. So what did I do? What did I do, you want to ask? What did I say and do to those hobgoblins, you ask? Here's what I did. I grabbed onto my holy symbol, I looked up into the sky, and I said, Cade and Kaelin, please grant me your blessings, grant me your power to drink these fools under the table. Next thing I know, all the hobgoblins around me, dead. My tankard, covered in hobgoblin blood. 20 hobgoblins I killed that. I killed 20 hobgoblins that day with nothing more than my tankard. I tell you, and everyone's like,
fuck hobgoblins and just drinking.
I'm gonna
like a loud chorus of everyone.
I lean back as in like a joking manner and go, that story changes every time you tell it.
You don't know anything, Throthgar. And it's just like a loud thing. Like I said, she's kind of in the center, just like, hyping everyone up. She's just they're all kind of just like shouting stories, tell us about the time that you robbed those hops from that guy. She's like, I don't know about that one. I didn't do any of that. You guys are making stories up. I didn't steal anything. I stole no hops. Stole no beer. That was allegedly stole.
No one said anything about beer.
And when he shouts that, she's like, yeah. And she kind of just like looks around like, shit. Okay, so we'll go over, and what's Kieran gonna do?
I don't know.
Alright, if he doesn't know what he's gonna do, would Throthgar would see him over there, just kind of standing in the doorway, right?
He's kind of just standing awkwardly in the doorway, like he has also a wolf next to him.
Yeah, like a mid kind of like chug. I look over, I slam the tankard down. There's a face I haven't seen yet. Come over here, I'll buy you a drink. Come on, don't be shy. I won't bite.
He bites a little.
Shut up.
I nervously approach with Fen right on my heels.
I imagine Finn kind of slowly walks up to Brutus, sniffs him a little bit.
Brutus would just kind of like turn a little bit, then flop his head down onto the ground so they'd be at eye level.
I just imagine now this is like a normal dog versus the like dragon from Fantasia.
Pretty much.
Boots the snoot.
Yeah, good stuff.
So yeah, they're kind of everyone's kind of like right now it's probably like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you guys wanted to go like wander around or anything, you could.
If anything, I'd probably talk with Kieran, and if he wanted to see the town, I'd show him around.
I mean, I live near here and come here frequently.
Oh, okay. Sorry, from the impression I thought you was like first time here. Sorry.
No, my character's just like socially awkward and doesn't deal with people very well.
He kind of just skulks into. He kind of just skulks into town.
Hulking fucker that just invited me over. He like needs a new pair of britches right now. But he still like greets you nervously. He's like, "Hi there. Who are you?"
Hi, I'm Paul.
My name is Throthgar. What is your name?
I'm Kieran, and this is Fen. He's like my brother.
Kieran and Fen. Well, I would like you to meet Brutus. I put my arm around Brutus and kind of like pull him over.
He's just kind of like.
Brutus I found as a pup a while back. I've raised him ever since.
I try to move closer as if I want to pet him.
Brutus would sniff his hand, then just immediately like push his whole head against his hand.
Then Kieran's eyes would like suddenly light up, and all his nervousness would seem to be gone, and he'd just start like hugging the puppy. He really loves animals. He's like, "Oh, he's such a pretty boy. This coat is so beautiful. How often do you brush him? What kind of treats do you give him?"
Imagine Kieran.
Oh God.
Imagine Kieran just starts spouting off like, "Oh, do you groom his nails? How often do you brush his coat?" Like, just certain like spouting off like 1,000 different things about what you can do to a dog.
I got a question. How you got him so big?
He's not that big. Everything's big to you.
Not sizes.
Sizes.
That reminds me, I found something I was gonna post for Dan's character.
Oh,
and then when you make the joke about them being small, oh my god.
Literally.
I'm worried.
So when you make the joke about being like them being small, the oldest son will kind of pipe up like, "Hey, I bet if we all stand on each other's heads, we could still hit you." Like, not realizing how ironic what he just said is.
I'm gonna take it as a challenge. I'm gonna walk up to him. Come on, let's go then.
We both know if I fight you, I win.
Is that so?
the barkeep Jet comes out like, all right, everyone, calm down, no fighting in my bar, you know the rules.
Oh, fine.
She goes, but if there is a fight,
it is.
She goes, if there is a fight, I'm putting 15 on the dwarf.
Now this is my kind of lady.
Oh my god.
So as you guys are kind of having a rambunctious old time inside with Kieran now kind of in the fray a little bit more, pulled in, absorbed with Brutus, Fen kind of sniffing on Brutus, Dwalgal and company rather, and Throthgar kind of like having a friendly like, I can take you down in one arm. I can tie 3 arms behind my back and rip another one off and still take you down. And as the door opens again, a sort of kind of almost not like fanciful looking elf walks in. Al?
Yes, I'm here.
You want to go ahead and describe your character?
Right on point. Okay.
Of course.
You came in at the perfect time.
So, yeah. Elf walks in. He doesn't really look to be one that wants to be approached. He kind of just has this air about him that he doesn't like anybody. So he just kind of walks back into one of the corners and grabs a drink and then kind of sits there in the corner by himself.
Edgy boy, got it.
But
It's actually the best thing is I know more about Al's character. He's just that was good.
yeah, he's just kind of watching around the crowd right now. Obviously, he has the normal elf appearance. He is a full-grown adult, if you consider Ancient a full-grown adult. But he does still look
Full-grown adult,
youthful.
especially in elf years. Considering he's probably 3 times the age of everybody else in the party.
Yeah.
With the
He's
exception of
100
probably the dwarfs.
He's 127 years old, but he still has
He's older than me.
that look to him of
But to be fair, 127 in elf years is literally like you're right at an adult.
right. So
Yeah.
the only thing that you can kind of see is there a little bit is from his gear. You can kind of see a scar on his shoulder, but of course he isn't.
Yeah, he's
That's all
fully
you can really
armored.
see.
So.
So yeah.
So yeah, the party's kind of I'm just gonna say the time. You guys kind of spend a lot of time, having a lot of fun inside the bar. Drinking and just general merriment, eating a lot of food. As the night kind of draws to, I don't want to say a close.
My kids would have gone off before I would have as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So they're back at the house then.
Wait, quick, Dan,
Yeah.
strength check. Strength check. We have an arm wrestle.
I love that. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Strength check. I got 10.
So, oh my god, a 10.
That means I rolled terribly, by the way.
Yeah, because you get a plus 40 your strength.
Yep.
Oh, so the short test. Okay.
So you guys are Throthgar's kind of like, oh, let's go, let's arm wrestle, and Dwelgal's like, all right, yeah, and this is before his kids list, so they're all like, yeah, let's do it, I want to see this.
Yeah, fuck him up, Dad!
They kind of start arm wrestling, and Throthgar's kind of like, they push it one way, the Dwarf pushes it in the other, they're kind of going back and forth, and then
You're not
kinda
even
gets
trying, Dad.
Throthgar gets this like look in his eyes, and Dwelgal gets this look, and they kind of just like eye each other, and then slowly Dwelgal manages to push Throthgar down. And everybody's Dwelgar, slapping him on the back, like, everyone's all excited. They come up and like pour a drink in your mouth as you're kind of like just cheering. It's like now it's probably around everyone's kind of just been hanging out. Aridin kind of rolled in towards the end of the night. It's probably about 10 o'clock now. Everybody's having a fun time. The inn has gotten a little bit more packed as everybody comes to listen to the tales of Auburn the Green. Just kind of recount the bawdy tales of adventure from when she was younger. Outside, you can hear the celebration continues as rapacious shouts kind of carry on through the night. You can hear people like yelling and screaming and everything. Warmed by the firelight, any levity comes as a welcome reward to the rough earthly souls of this riverside trade town. And Auburn starts up. So there I am thinking, when will I ever talk to a bear again? So before the grizzly can stand up, I turn to it and say, all I need is the honey. You can keep the bees. The room erupts into laughter as Auburn finishes her winding story and takes another drop from her tankard. But it's fine now. All good. She named a code after me. Someday I'm going to have to check in on little. Ow, gods, that's too many bees. Everyone starts laughing, and people are just like, "Oh, I don't believe that, Auburn. Oh, I fought 30 bears by myself." Oh. And somebody runs up and kind of tops her tankard off, and they kind of shove her back into the center of the room. She kind of like fell off, and she's like, all right, don't shove me. Okay, Caden, strike me down if this isn't true. And at that moment, the front door blows open. You hear a scream call out, and as everybody just starts panicking.
You done fucked up now!
Sorry, Bale came in here. So, people screaming and chaos going on. Everyone running every which way, freaking out. As you look over, you see Auburn lying on the floor. She's gasping and clutching this huge gushing wound in her chest. She has it looks like a ballista bolt went straight through her. And you see at the door is 2 hobgoblins dressed in military garb standing beyond the shattered door, blades drawn. Behind them, lit by the glow of burning homes, dozens, perhaps hundreds of goblin soldiers march the streets. The town burns, the shouts of celebration now replaced by the panicked screams of the frightened and dying. Behind them, above the flames and humble rooftops, rises a tower of black stone. And we'll go into combat.
Roll for initiative.
Yep, I'm going to move the tokens over. Just give me 1 sec.
Wrong thing.
Intelligence? He has none!
You rolled so poorly, you think the lady is still alive.
I mean, she is alive. She's just gasping for, air.
15! Do I have to roll initiative for Brutus, too?
Excuse me. I don't know.
I mean, I think I would since I was
gonna say, he's not technically an animal companion, so he should go... Actually, he would go on your turn.
Oh, okay. Alright. I was gonna say, because I was gonna say, since I'm not riding him right now, would he have a separate initiative?
Yeah, he'll go on your turn.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll my initiatives really quickly. Hi, Jinx. Hold on, I'll let you sit on my lap.
I may be short, but I'm not sitting on your lap.
My god. Okay, let me change the sound set as well, because this isn't appropriate at all.
Sure it is.
Jinx,
I
you can't be up there.
Compared to everybody else.
I am
Oh,
curious.
and since you weren't here for this, I am 4 foot tall, basically.
I know I don't have to, but I'm just curious what he would have gotten. A 4. Alright.
He's slow.
He's a little slow.
Big, but he's slow.
So I'm assuming you guys can see everyone on the map then?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these stairs have arrows on them. This is revolutionary.
I know.
This is amazing! We know which way the stairs go now, guys. 10 out of 10 game of the year.
Well, they go that way. Okay.
7 out of 10 IGN, too much water.
And by the look of them, I would say they go up.
Where the fuck is... There it is.
Who just broke my drink?
I'd imagine maybe the ballista bolt.
How you doing?
Is this too loud, by the way?
No.
Okay.
At least not for me. I don't know about the others.
Oh
No,
my
you're
god,
fine.
Kumiko, thank you for the follow.
You over there in the corner. Shut up! Die quietly.
So yeah, these guys, these goblins kind of run in. This, wait, is it this one? Yes, this one. Sorry, this one kind of runs in and looks over at Aridin. Thank you, baby. She's hungry. Looks over at Aridin and just surrender now, and you will not be killed, only enslaved. And tries to intimidate you. Does that work?
A lot of bottles being broken.
Yeah, there's a lot of pandemonium. It's just crazy.
Oh my god.
So DC is 10. Sit down. Al, what's your wisdom modifier?
Please.
My wisdom modifier is -1 for wisdom.
Okay, so the DC is 11. So he successfully intimidates you. So you're a little spooked. So you're shaken.
Here we go. Okay,
Yes.
let's do this.
Okay, and then it's Throthgar's turn.
Alright. But.
These guys are very clearly hostile.
Yeah. I'd like to sense motive. No, why are the feet weird for each square?
Oh, is this one?
Yeah, like one.
7.5.
Yeah.
Oh, because I did the grid slows. Hold on.
And it's me.
Apparently that's 15 foot, my god.
It is me.
No,
Okay.
no, it's my turn right now. He didn't put me on the thing.
It
Okay.
automatically filled you, so I assumed. It's not gonna. I'm gonna have to do the math later. It's each square is 5 feet,
5 feet. Okay.
so you can charge.
Charge. Yes, I can.
It'll move you twice your speed.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Is charge is an attack, right? Or is it?
Yeah, you move twice your speed and make an attack at a +1.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to attack this goblin right here.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
And I just roll the great sword again, right?
Yep, you just roll the greatsword.
Okay. So I'll make sure. Or great club.
Yeah.
Off to a good start, friends.
Damn. Okay, so roll me a d52. I have the crit deck up, so you don't have to worry.
I was supposed to ask you about that just to make sure.
You're up.
Before you moaned at me for it.
51.
Okay, 51. That's a really easy number.
Get
So this is a bludgeoning, normal damage, and target dazed and blinded for 1 round.
Nice.
And the name of the card is Mace to the Face.
Mace to the face!
So Throcker kind of roars out, who disturbs my drinking, and sprints up and just clocks this fucking hobgoblin right across the head.
Boom.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
I had a question for these buffs you added. On point blank shot, unless I'm not understanding it, it looks like you added a +1 twice.
Oh, did I not make it to attacks and damage?
Well, I think point blank shot is only attack bonus, isn't it?
It should be attack and 2 hit and
Oh
damage.
yeah, on attack and damage rolls, but yeah, it just says attack bonus, attack bonus. That
Oh,
changes
did I-
the range damage.
Yeah, I might have formatted that wrong.
Ugh.
My roll 20 is really laggy today.
It's okay, I fix.
Okay. Aridin, this goblin ran up and yelled at you. And gave you a little spooking.
But at the same time, I ain't no little bitch. So I see the big towering man kind of run up there, and I turn to him. I don't need any help, and I am going to. Where is rage? I should be used to this already.
Oh, fuck, I don't think I put it on your sheet. I knew I was
What
forgetting something. Like, I didn't put the buff on your sheet.
Can you do that?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Can you fix the thing?
I'm waiting for it. Like, I was actually loading your sheet to do it, but I didn't load it. It was like taking forever though.
You dumb broke it.
Because I'm like, where to go?
Hey,
He
Ilya.
needs the thing.
Mog in chat was just like, roll 20 falling apart? Never.
Okay.
Never
Yeah,
does
that's
that.
And then I am going to whip out my sword and make sure that, you know, I get the big fancy footwork, and he flips around and does an attack with his sword. Wherever my sword
God damn, dude!
And don't forget.
Yeah, you have confusing crit. So
Yep.
that would be relevant. So Aridin, this goblin runs up, screams at him. Aridin's like kind of like a little like, what the fuck? Throthgar runs up, clocks him across the head. Aridin goes, I don't need any help, and whips out this massive curved blade, and with a flourish whips it across and chops the goblin's head off, killing him.
I'm gonna look down at the dead.
Escalated quickly.
I look down at the dead body, look back at Aridin. Nice job! just with the biggest grin. Just in my head, just going, that was awesome.
There's a little more than just being a barbarian.
Dwogo.
Can I even see this guy right now?
I mean, you can see that he's in the doorway. Like, he would basically be, like, pushing his way into the door.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see him. This isn't, like, intense enough for me. Like, it was funny at first, and now it's just like, I need intense.
Holy shit!
There we go.
No! Who just shot a man?
Is that a good sound, or does it need to be quieter?
It could be a little lower.
My feet are still messed up. Weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because basically I made the score as 1.5 size, because it fit better for the map that's scaling, but I forgot I have to change the actual feet regulation, so 5.
Oh, and I forgot to do anything with Brutus on my turn.
That's fine, I mean, he could just be too absorbed in sniffing the other pupper.
I mean, all I was gonna do was like move him over here or something, but nah, I'll do it next time.
I mean, this fucking hobgoblin might die.
Yeah, probably.
Remember, each square is 5 foot of movement. It's only 25 feet to the guy.
Yeah, I can only move 20. I'm a dwarf. I got short legs, okay?
I was gonna say, you can only move 20.
I can only move 20 as well. That's my armor.
I can only move 20.
Yeah, but I can wear heavy and not.
Yeah.
I can. Thingy.
Though when I'm on Brutus, I can.
Wait, could I not get there and attack it?
Where?
There.
Yeah, you could.
Yes, that's only 20 foot. 5, 10.
That's only 15.
20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
No, you could have moved diagonally.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, I can fucking make it right in front of it.
Yep, so that's my bet.
And then go to here. And then I'm a scream.
Can we get that third crit?
I'm just gonna scream, get out of my bar and attack it with my hands.
All the peasants and all the like Jet and everyone is kind of ducked down, panicked, hiding behind things.
I cannot crit. Apparently.
So you swing out with your dwarven war axe, slashing into this guy for 10 points of damage, cutting him right across the chest.
1 second, because they're hobgoblins. I think I get an extra thing against them because I wasn't
I
on my
think
traits.
dwarven hatred applies there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was thinking.
technically, I could have added a +2, not that I needed it.
Yeah,
I got +1 bonus to attack rolls or so. So it would have been 17.
Okay, alright, that's good.
I'm gonna have to remember to do that.
Okay, Kieran.
Let's see. I'll make sure I actually have line of sight here.
Oh yeah, you do. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm 4 foot fucking tall. I ain't blocking no one.
One second.
I love being a short guy in this. It's so different and new for me since I'm like a fucking tall guy everyone else.
It's the fun part about RPGs is playing things you can never be in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like a wizard.
I could play
Or a
someone.
dwarf.
I can be tall.
I can play someone attractive.
I can play your mom.
Wow.
I don't know why you'd want that though.
Yeah, that sounds like a disadvantage.
That sounds like a detriment.
You wonder why I usually play tall characters in video games and stuff? It's because I'm so short.
I forgot about this. Oh jeez, I'm scared. I'm scared, Mom.
Oh boy.
I'm scared, Mom!
Be gone, fucks!
Okay, hold on, my computer's taking a shit right now because I tried to download something.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh jeez.
yeah, sorry
Hello,
about that.
computer.
It's okay.
So, Kieran whips out this massive longbow and stakes it into the great bow rather, and pulls back and shoots, tearing this goblin right through the chest, ripping a hole into his chest, knocking him to the ground. He's dead as fuck.
Yeah.
You rolled max damage, kid.
Hell yeah.
The thought ray is upon you, Gobby. So we will be out of that combat, but there is still mass chaos around you. All the villagers are like start screaming out, "Oh, what do we do? What's going on?" If you check the goblins' bodies, you can find a couple things that might help.
How long was I shaken for? Just a round?
Just one round.
So
Yeah, it was just it was literally just the one round.
Can I recover my arrow, by the way, just because they're expensive?
Let's see.
Wouldn't it?
So
I'm just gonna pull it out of him and
it's a 50%.
That looks expensive.
It's a 50% mischance. It's a 50% chance that the arrow breaks.
Okay.
But wait, if it
Do you
went,
want to roll it, or do you want me to roll it?
if it went through the guy, wouldn't it have launched like
you can
off
roll
of the town?
I roll it.
Yeah.
You killed 7 civilians with it. It broke.
Okay.
I think I did that right. I might have done that wrong.
Or were you going for like odds and evens or something?
Just 50-50.
Oh.
Yeah, like over 50 would have been fine.
Okay. Can you even roll percentile die on this?
Yeah, it's just a D100.
Yeah, that's pretty
100%.
much. Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty much
Yeah,
the same
so...
thing as
Oh, wait, ammunition that hits its target is... That's stupid.
What?
Technically, ammo, if it hits the target, it breaks, but I'm not... It's just a 50% chance. Like,
Okay.
basic arrows have 50%. If you make it out of, like, a better material, like cold iron or something, we'll change the percentage to be more reflective of the actual material.
I don't think we actually decided what these were made of. You just said there were 10 GP arrows.
Yeah, they're just generic. They're basically just, like, normal arrows, but massive.
Yeet.
So they require a lot more material to make, and the
Firing,
fletching's expensive.
firing ballistas.
Firing this weapon costs $10,000 every second.
I still stand by what I said in the other campaign. If I ever find a bow large enough, I am firing that Ranseur off of it.
I mean, Cade might actually be able to fire a Rancier.
Probably. Like, because this is basically the Dragon Slayer Great
I'll be
Bow
right
from
back.
Dark Souls.
But I'm gonna, obviously I can hear, so I'm gonna go out and see what is happening outside.
Yeah, I'd call Brutus over, mount up on him.
Okay.
And run outside.
If anybody wants to, the hobgoblins all are wearing an insignia. So if anybody wants to try and identify that, roll me a history or a local.
Throthgar would not
History or
care.
local?
Yes.
What? Say again, sorry?
History or
they-
local?
Yeah, knowledge history or knowledge local.
Really?
I know this one.
Actually, you need to roll a 20. I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's a DC 20. Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, you gotta uncheck your rage because that gives you a penalty. I think.
I did have it. Can I re-roll that, or do you want to accept that one?
Just go ahead and re-roll it.
Oh, I was gonna be a smartass and say, wait, I'll
Still
make
doesn't matter.
I'll make fun more of the knowledge local, but he has a -4 on everything.
Who has a -4?
Fen.
Oh.
Because he has a fucking 2 for his intelligence.
I mean, he is a dog, basically.
Yeah, I know.
So, this insignia, Dwogol, you recognize this probably because of the fact that Morthune is besieging Kragadon. But this is a insignia of the Iron Fang Legion, one of the mercenary armies that Morthune hires. Shut up. And it's the army that was responsible for the Ramgate massacre 2 years ago, but nobody's seen them ever since. They've been gone ever since then.
Okay.
So so you recognize that Edrin kind of steps outside to take a look. Aubryn is still alive, but she is bleeding out.
I'm also gonna before I see him go out, I'm gonna just look back to Frothgar and goes, "Let's get going."
Oh, I already said I would have been out at this point. I called Brutus over and mounted up, and we were gone.
Oh, so you're riding Brutus now?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Right after Au.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's literally leaving the door now.
Yeah.
So you're just going?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Is no one gonna save Aubryn?
I'm gonna save her.
She's just bleeding out. Everyone's like, "Fuck this."
Can I do anything to help her?
You can roll a heal check.
I think I have a thing for this.
All you have to do, you either can roll a heal check or some sort of magical healing.
No, wait, I've got a thing for this. Give me a second.
Clear.
Heal. Great.
Wow.
Got him.
I was just gonna literally do
the fucking untrained crit.
So, Kieran...
I was just gonna do this.
Well, that would even... She's bleeding out. She's, still technically up. She just has a fucking ballista bolt that went through her chest.
No, okay.
So, Kieran runs up and, starts bandaging it up and stops the bleeding, manages to get her enough on her feet, and she's holding her chest. It sounds like there's an army outside the door. How do they fall upon us without being seen? These damn plains are so flat you could see an elk from 2 days off, let alone a bloody army. And she kind of, winces a little bit and holds her hand again against the chest. She goes, they sound large, too large to fight on the ground like honest fools. We need to gather what we can, cross the bridge, and hide out in the Fangwood. I know a few secrets that may be able to keep us safe. A few spots we can probably hide out. We might want to blow the bridge while we're on it, just so they can't march across and just chase us down before we even have a chance to hide everyone. We have to try and save as many villages as we can, but our first priority has to be safety.
It. I'm having a great
That'd
time.
be cool with me. I don't live here.
I need to get my kids.
My babies.
What's that? My baby's name, mate?
What now?
More people coming into my forest. But at last, the safety of the short-lived does count.
Joke's on you. I've been living in your forest for 20 years, bitch.
So currently,
short-lived elf.
so currently, you guys are all in that building right there. Aubryn says, we should check the church, which is, I'm going to put a 1 on it. She goes, this is the most likely area we'll find more people we can probably save, maybe even some supplies. You guys also got loot off of the goblins. I'll write that up later, and if it's relevant, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
It's just like you got some provisions and stuff, since you'll be living in the woods. That's a valid thing to worry about, provisions.
Mm-hmm.
So, once...
I put a cross on the 1 because it's a church.
Go away. So there's the shrine, the trading company down here, and the Oriad's Fine Shop, which is kind of like a sort of kind of like a general store. But there's also a lot of he's also somebody who's familiar with like healing and scrounging and what berries he can use, that sort of thing.
I'd probably
That
go
was my
store since I'm probably familiar with him.
Your house would, I'd imagine it would be like one of these houses over here in the south, near the fine shop. It's probably this one, actually. That is not a circle. Why did it not draw a circle?
Not sure if drawing rays of light on the cross or kitty whiskers.
Go away. So yeah, your house would be right over there, Dan.
Yep.
Sorry. Duogal.
No, it's okay. He's Dan Mom.
So as you guys run outside, you see the whole town is just on fire. Hobgoblins cutting down townsfolk in every which direction. Anybody who even attempts to try and fight back, cut down immediately. There's hundreds and hundreds of hobgoblins. The whole of Faindenar is under attack. There's bodies just everywhere, run through with hobgoblin blades and left where they fell. In the distance, you can hear a wolf howling. Its eerie cry echoed by the screams of the dying.
That isn't normal.
So, where do you guys want to go first?
I would
Can I make you-
go, like, as much as I want to go see if my kids are okay, I'm a dwarf and I know they also know how to fight.
Mhm.
So I would try and protect the less able to in the sanctuary, like the church
Right.
Yeah, that's immediately.
first, and then go around to my house basically from there.
Yeah, I'd be going
Okay.
to where most people would be.
Just to bring it up, you guys have, like, kind of a little entourage right now. You've got, like, you have Auburn, who's pretty fucked up. Like I said, she just took a ballista bolt through the chest.
Mhm.
So she's effectively disabled right now. So she's not going to be able to really do much in combat. She kind of is just going to come with you guys, and the rest of the townsfolk is also with you. That we're all inside the inn.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of just going to hang out in the back. So right now you guys have with you, you have Jet, which is the bartender, and you have three other like peasants. Actually, four other peasants. One of them kind of knows how to handle himself, but it's probably shouldn't be expected that he
Take
can be very helpful. Yeah.
It's just a smart thing to maybe like gather everybody in the church and barricade it.
Yeah.
Well,
No, escape with them.
Yeah.
They're used to
Jet.
running, so.
As you guys kind of leave, Jet says, "Please just wait 1 second," and she runs back in, and she's you can hear kind of digging through a lot of stuff, and you hear a lot of throwing in, and her and the other people come down. She's like, "I grabbed everything I could bring with me. Hopefully this will help us. If we hide in the woods, I don't know. I've never had to do this before. I'm so sorry." And she's carrying like bags of shit along with the other people. It looks like they basically went and got anything that was useful. And she goes, here, and hands you like there's a wand. She hands you, she hands you 2 wands and a ring. It says, I don't know if any of this will help you, but please take it if it will help at all.
I'm
And,
gonna
it's
grab the wand.
She gives you a wand of grease with 5 charges, and a wand of prestidigitation, and then a ring of jumping. It's all kind of minor stuff. It's just shit that she happened to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I take a ring of jumping so I can like snipe from buildings?
Shut up, dude. So you guys, that she does that. As you guys kind of wind your way through, it's pandemonium everywhere. There's people, like I said, there's bodies littering the streets. There's just peasants, people you probably grew up with, just lying around you. Okay, and you guys are kind of like skulking through the alleyway, and you come upon 2 more hobgoblins, and they, scream out and charge at you.
Roll for initiative.
I'm just gonna use the center of this as the battle mat.
Oh shit!
You slipped on some ale.
Well, I
I'm
rolled
gonna
almost the
say
exact
that
same
I'm
thing
like-
I did last time.
I'm
You're
gonna
probably
say
like-
that I'm like behind everyone, like making sure there's no stragglers, sort of thing.
I was
my
gonna say
God.
you might just be like helping them like
What
get
is
up.
going on?
Oh my god, you guys!
We're all
Well,
rolling
Throgar has a
like
-1, so
Yeah, I do have a -1. I also would be in the. Should we actually position ourselves like where we would be?
yeah.
Yeah, so I would.
I
would be. In
I
the
imagine
front.
Throthgar would be in the front. They would actually be a little further away.
Yeah, but I'd definitely be in the front of the group.
This is stupid.
What?
I'm trying to put Throthgar and Brutus on the same token without overriding them, but it just
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I had it like this, and then I had them both targeted so I could move them at the same time. But it's being weird.
yeah, isn't that really a good way to do that? Okay, so Kieran got a 13.
It's just like we'll say where I am is that center square, like right where. They're
I would
both
say
on.
just like literally move Hrothgar off and use Brutus to move forward and use that as your
That-
square.
That would actually work as well.
Yeah, true. I could.
Because we know you're riding it, so.
Yeah, I could. Oops.
My god, roll 20, please. It's fucking taking way too long to do this shit.
Actually, no, because I'm gonna do it this way just because like when I have them like this, I can actually have them somewhat centered on a single square. Like right here's the square they're on.
So
That'd be. Yeah.
this one is going to sprint up and try to take a swing at the guy in the front, which is Throthgar.
All right.
I think my roll 20 just crashed.
Oh god.
Oh, there we go. It's just really slow. My god.
Also wait. Just an RP thing. Like as we see them, since Throthgar knows he's going to be getting into a fight, he pulls out the ring that's on his necklace and gives it a kiss before tucking it back into his armor.
Okay. Okay, let's do plus that. Okay, does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Where is his defenses,
Plus-
right? Yeah,
Take 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
So this hobgoblin runs up and stabs out at you, catching you right in the side. Not quite piercing you, but hitting you just hard enough that it hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Kieran,
Yeet.
here's your turn.
Are all these still like increments of 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take a 5 foot right here. And then go to here. Do a here. Oh wait. That's right. Aha! I'll click this button and see what happens.
So you miss.
And missed. Then I fired again and I missed again.
Yeah, but I made you a rapid shot macro for both.
I see. Oh yeah, it says longbow and greatbow. For some reason I looked at it quick and I thought they both said longbow and I'm like, I'm skewed.
Okay. It is Fenn's turn, since he ironically rolled just below you.
Hold on. Let's see.
William, what race are you? Because I don't know.
I'm a human. Yeah, no, I didn't actually get to describe my character yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't get.
I just-
Oh, I meant to have him describe him when I cut over to him, but
So you
I'm
guys
sorry.
go into the bar. I'm like, okay, we'll get to that later.
what I meant to do was have everyone describe themselves to you, and then have you describe yourselves as I said, okay, you see all of this.
Okay.
But I fucked up.
Let's see.
So you're a bird man?
No, I'm a human.
Oh, a human.
This is why I was like fucking kicking myself laughing because we have a human, a dwarf, and an elf. This sounds familiar.
Alright, Fun's gonna move there, and he's gonna give him a nibble.
Okay.
He only gets one attack right now, yeah. Okay. Flip. Yeah, good boy! Good
So
boy!
roll me a d52.
Somehow I don't think it's going to be tasty.
He also gets a free attempt to trip.
Is that roll a CMB?
Yep, roll a CMB. Or, yeah, CMB.
Blah.
Okay, I'll check his stats after I do his crit. So it's a piercing damage, double damage, and 1 point of bleed. Target takes an additional 1 bleed each round until healed. So he deals 4 damage. And on his turn, he'll take bleed. And he rolled a 19. CMB is... So Finn runs up to this guy and bites into his thigh and just yanks him to the ground. So he is prone.
Nice.
Bleeding from the ankle.
Yeah, he's no the thigh. He grabbed him by the thigh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The thick.
Is the other hobgoblin's turn.
Is the good as 14 security crit.
Yeah.
Drag this bitch to the ground.
He's gonna take the long way around and come up over here. Take a swing at Kieran since he's the only ranged guy he sees.
So, the most
Oh,
useful
no.
substances.
Wrong bonus. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
13, no.
Okay. So he comes up and swings out his long sword, trying to catch you on the shoulder, not expecting you to react, and you deftly dash out of the way. Duogal.
Is it dead?
Huh?
Just dead.
No, I just turned it off. Put in the phone was charged.
Dan?
Yes.
It is your turn!
Oh, okay. Sorry, I did not hear. No, like literally just went quiet for me for a second. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I might have said
or
what.
whatever. No, I think like it went completely dead silent. So I think we're just
Oh,
disconnected
there
for a
he is.
second. You said
Dark
these are
Shadow
still 5
Flip,
foot.
Yeah, they're still 5 foot.
That looks okay. I guess I don't need to resize it.
Well, seeing as the other one. Oh my god! What the fuck? The fuck is this?
Oh god.
Now there's 2 of them.
These are getting out of hand! Now there are 2 of them!
The viceroy would not like this. Poof! Doggo gone. Right, so I'm
I was expecting
see
Fierce
this guy? I run up to him and slap you that with my
Ignore that.
axe.
Diggy hole him.
And that's a +1, but still miss.
that doggo.
Yeah, so that'll miss. So Duogal runs up and
Right,
tries to.
like-
Actually, that's a +4 because he's on the ground. So that's a 9, so it's a 13. That will still miss, but yeah. When an enemy is prone, you get a +4 to all melee attacks against them, but a -4 to all range.
Okay.
Okay. Throthgar.
What if I'm
There's a
standing
guy
over
right
him
in front
and
of
hit
you.
him in the face with a lance?
Guy on the
Shut up,
ground in
King.
front of me. I'm just gonna have Bruce turn aside. I'm just gonna slam my greatsword down on top of him. I'm gonna try to at least.
Okay.
There we go. 13.
Okay. It's a 17 actually.
17.
So Throthgar swings down his great club and just smacks this guy right in the chest, nearly caving in his chest cavity. I think I just minus tail from Brutus on accident.
Yep.
His token interfered with my clicking.
I am sorry.
No, that's not your fault. Aridin.
Wait, I can have
Oh yeah.
Brutus
Oh yeah,
attack
you can have
before
Brutus attack. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, it's just I remembered it
Yep.
at the last second. I'm also
You
gonna
go
have
ahead.
him bite.
Yep. So he misses.
Miss it? Okay.
But he lashes out trying to bite on the guy's kind of like rolling on the ground, kind of in pain, like, oh, my fucking chest! Aridin.
Okay. We're going to go here. And we are going to... I'm going to go ahead and attack him again.
Okay.
And
13
plus
plus 4,
4.
17.
Does that hit?
Yep. So,
Good.
Aridin lashes out with his curved blade and, kind of walks up, spins it around like with a flourish, all fancy-like, and just stabs down into this hobgoblin's chest, killing him.
You keep stealing my kills, man.
He's too fancy for you.
Maybe we should
Okay,
get
that
these
one's dead.
disgusting things out of my face.
More like, can you guys hear that? It's the sound of casual racism. Kieran.
Yeet.
There's a guy up in your grill.
While you're at it, take care of that ugly thing too.
Actually, just do this. Easier.
I'm gonna 5 foot backwards.
Okay.
And wait.
Shooting with your crossbow, Steve.
Yep, we're gonna go again, kids.
So a 17 will hit, will successfully strike into your target, right into his shoulder. So he's kind of like, tries to swing at you, you kind of like do a little spin backwards, kind of like a, like bards do, where they do that like fancy spin, and they fire 2 arrows.
Yeah.
You spin around,
spin.
Empyrean.
No, just the one where they're standing in place where they spin and shoot arrows.
Yeah, Empyrean.
Empyrean. So Kieran does a little spin flourish backwards and fires 2 arrows, one of them catching him in the shoulder and the other one sailing past as he recoils from the pain. So this guy is going to take a 5 foot step at you, since you did just shoot him again, and try to hit you. Does a 22 hit?
It does.
Okay. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
It's 2.
Alright, that's
Take
a lot
8 points
easier.
of damage as he catches you square into the shoulder with his blade, cutting deep.
Ouchies.
Okay, Dwogal.
Wait, isn't it Fenn's turn?
I keep forgetting about him, I'm sorry. He's somehow he... Oh, he got deleted off the fucking initiative tracker because I changed his token.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at a 12.
Yeah, he's right below you, so go ahead and take your turn with him.
Okay. He's gonna 5 foot right here and try to get in between us and bite this fucker.
Oh.
You missed. Bad dog.
Bad dog! So Finn would go up and try to bite out of his legs, but this hobgoblin, seeing what happened to his buddy, definitely kind of moves his thighs
Just fucking
out of
dabs
the way.
on him.
He just dabs on the dog, yeah. Now it's Dwogal's turn.
You sure this time?
Pretty
Are you
sure.
sure about that?
Alright, I'm gonna come up to this one and slap him with my fucking axe.
And you will... Oh, no, you won't. Never
It's a
mind.
full team.
So a 14 will not hit your target.
No, okay.
Oh, would you get flanking from there? No, because you guys are adjacent. He has to be across. Throthgar.
Also, before I do anything, when I'm mounting Brutus, this is how I'm gonna have him set up. So these are gonna be the two spots that count for him.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's easier to move him around like this.
Yeah, that's whatever's easier on you, man.
Alright, I'm gonna move here, because hit him from the diagonal.
Yep.
Then Rafka.
Okay, then
Attack
19 will hit your target.
and bite.
Okay, so Brutus lashes out and tries to bite him. He moves out of the way, but he didn't anticipate a massive great club as it swings and clocks him right in the head, sending him flying as he dies from the impact.
Squeeze.
You guys can actually do some damage. I'm shocked.
Crawl, crawl.
Okay, so you guys continue running to the shrine. As you get up, you see the shrine. There's like a wooden deck surrounding the front of like this octagonal structure with broad archways leading inside. To the left of it stands a moss encrusted stone monument. Carved birds, branches, and fruits kind of decorate the supports. You know, they have it kind of like carved into it with branches hanging off, and they have like fruits, like fruit plants growing off the arches and everything. On the wooden deck before the temple lies a dead villager. And out
completely dead.
Oh, his head's like barely hanging onto his neck. And the other thing is, outside there's a pretty feral looking wolf. Like you can see its ribs, and it's kind of like it's kind of almost it's actually snacking on the human.
Okay.
And we will move you over to the proper map. Oh shit, I didn't copy your
This one must be a badass, it has a real map.
Well, I mean, you guys are just doing, fighting in the streets. I'm just gonna use the streets.
I know, I'm joking.
Are you?
It's a Borderlands reference.
I don't see the map.
Yep, I know. I'm reviewing it right now.
I see nothing!
Excuse me, I have dark vision, I can see.
I mean, I have
Listen
red
here,
eye
you little
vision,
shit.
so... Not quite the same, but close enough.
Our tokens are so small compared to the squares.
Yeah, I have to fix that. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Brutus, you got so small.
I'm trying to reveal, basically.
Click, 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 click.
I did that wrong. That's not what I wanted.
I see all the things! Oh, I saw the sexy lady! Nudes! It was nudes!
There, I'm just gonna reveal the basic structure because this is just gonna piss me off. I mean, we got a game to run, damn it! So yeah, that's the building. Go ahead and I'll move you guys back here. Because this is kind of like you guys are approaching the shrine.
Yeah.
I said I'd like to not be at the front with my 3 HP.
Yeah.
Do like a Baron from Glass Cannon and just beg for healing constantly.
I need the healing.
He's like down 2 HP. Guys, I really need healing. Okay, let me copy this token over.
I meant to ask you for a link to that again or look it up while I was in the hospital because I'm like, I have literally nothing to do. This would be a great time to listen to a podcast.
Okay.
That's a big wolf. Is it a large creature?
No, it's just very vicious looking. So
Would we,
everybody can.
would we
What?
get a surprise round on it since it doesn't know we're coming?
I'm willing to say yes.
I'm gonna charge it and smack it.
Okay, give me an initiative, and we can open up into that.
Can I make it friendly?
You can try. I'm not going to tell you can't.
Maybe hard to.
18!
Yeah, like by all means, if you want to try it, go ahead. I'm not going to like penalize you for it. What is its initiative bonus? Okay.
40.
Man, I'm rolling really good initiatives today.
Jeez.
Rolling shit ones.
I will not be denied my TPK on session 1.
Okay, my +4, I only get a 7. The fucking dog has a +2 and gets 21. You're trying to show me up here, doggo. You're an NPC. I'm the player.
Look at me. I am the character now.
Basically,
I am the PC now.
Now.
What is the doggo's initiative bonus?
2.
Oh, look like we got roll off.
D20.
So roll me a d20. Fuck you.
Your mama too, and your daddy.
Okay, so everybody gets a surprise round. Just a reminder about surprise round. You can take a standard action or a move action. As that is how they work.
Okay. So I could charge up to it, but I couldn't really attack it.
Yes.
Okay.
That does not mean nerfing your character, I promise.
Nah, I get you. Man, charge would be great though.
Dwargo does not believe this.
What's this?
Can you still see the inside of the shrine?
No.
Oh, okay, because the fucking fog of war is so hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I get you. No, I guess if I can't attack it with my charge, I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, actually, technically, Brutus could do a move action and then you could attack it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do that then. Let me see, how far is this again?
Each square is 5 feet. The scaling's not going to work right. Brutus can move like 50 feet or some stupid shit.
40.
40?
Yeah. At least that's what
I mean, it's only 30 feet.
Yeah.
So you can definitely get all up in his badness.
Oops, hang on. Forgot to highlight both. Move action. And then go to my attacks.
Oh my god, you can have a mantis shrimp as a companion? Option?
That will miss, unfortunately, even with his flat-footed AC.
Darn. Just run up, big like uppercut swing with the club. Just darn it.
Okay. I guess technically it should have been Fen's turn. So Fen, is he gonna move?
Yeah, he'll probably move a little bit, but he'll probably stay relatively close to me since I'm weak.
He's like, ah!
He wants to go, but not so much at the same time.
Okay, next is Aridin.
So he is going to come up because are you in this square, Shira?
I would be in.
You can stand in the same square as him, he's a large creature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though
just wasn't sure.
technically, I would be like this right now. Just to show, like I said, like where Brutus ends, Brutus's head, and then Hrothgar's body. That's where I would be right now. But just to make it look good, I'm gonna keep myself like this.
Probably not gonna hit, but does that hit?
You would. It doesn't hit, and you also wouldn't be able to attack. It's a surprise round.
Oh damn. Okay, fine.
Dwoggle?
I want to attack. I think I couldn't though. You're right.
Could I, like, basically sprint? Or...
Oh, like double move?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to double move since you only get one action.
Okay, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
I make it a here!
Wait, weren't you
That's
next to Kieran?
Yeah.
You can move one more square because you're moving diagonally.
Yeah, you could go. I was gonna say you could go all the way there. That's where I was gonna put you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Kieran.
Wait, what?
You because diagonals are only 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna put you is where you are now because you only moved to the diagonal, and I was like, oh, you can get further than that.
Yeah, I was just moving diagonal and then moving. I'm just counting squares.
One thing you could do, and I told Sheer about this today, if you hold your character token and push Q is twice again, it'll put a little dot, and then you can do stuff like this.
Oh yeah, the path one there. I've seen it before. I remember when Bodhi did it.
So would the wolf be able to hear me from here?
Like a handle animal check?
Yeah, since I can speak to wolves.
Yes.
Stuff. Oh. Yeet.
That will fail.
No, doggo.
I was literally just looking up the rules for this, and it's a DC 15 plus the hit die of the animal.
Ow.
So
I probably couldn't even hit it if I tried then.
oh no, you could. It's not their actual hit die; it's how many they have.
Oh, okay, so it'd be like
Yeah, no.
16
Uh,
or 17.
17, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a little bit hard, but I mean,
I
it is
roll
a
14 to hit it then because I have a +3.
yeah.
Is that my turn or can I still move?
You can still move. I think that's a free action to do that.
Okay.
I might be
And
wrong, but
we
whatever.
would count that first prize round. Move right there.
Okay. So start things off. The wolf will whip around and try to attack Aridin as fuck this other wolf. Am I right?
It just turns around, sees this giant wolf in its face. I'm gonna attack that guy.
I'm gonna go for the other guy.
I mean, it makes sense. Take out the weakest first.
I mean, it's more of like, why am I gonna attack this fellow wolf when I can attack this perfectly good Yumi?
It's like, brother.
Alright, and he will miss, rolling a 6. Finn.
Is your stuff set to GM roll by the way? Because I'm like barely seeing them unless they're just not rolling for me.
GM rolls.
Oh.
Decided to try and bring things more in line with the tabletop experience.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Just post a picture of a screen. It's like, just imagine this. Imagine it.
Imagine this, and I just rolled dice in the background so you guys hear the noise. What are you rolling that for? Oh, nothing.
He's gonna move right there, and that'll be it.
That's one thing I did like about the 3D dice. Just hearing the dice roll.
Yeah.
There's something satisfying.
Oh yeah, I should do that.
Actually, the whole like doing stuff on Roll20, but then the GM actually rolling the dice physically. That's what they do in the Unexpectables.
I've thought about doing it, but the only reason is because I don't want players to think you're just fudging the rolls.
No, yeah,
No,
I understand that completely.
I don't even care if you do.
Yeah.
rolling
That's just
on my
part of
desk is a
GMing.
little hard, so I just got to be like, all right, natural 20.
Yeah.
I actually did roll a 20.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that for real.
Does it
Okay.
now, though? 'Cause it was a kid.
Throthgar.
Throthgar, kind of annoyed he missed his first attack. He's gonna swing his club right back down to try to hit him again.
Crush this.
No.
Roll me a d52.
Already sure?
I
We're doing this again?
All I imagine is just
50.
no.
Joke's on you, Shira. I'm too far away to kill this time.
Don't worry.
Me too, because I'm still stubby.
Don't worry, I'll just kill the edgy boy.
By the way, Dan, are you capable of healing me?
Yes.
That's actually worthless.
Oh, what was it?
Broken haft. Your weapon loses reach. Oh, wait, you have a -4 penalty on attack rolls with it until repaired.
Really?
But does that function if it's not a reach weapon? Because that doesn't seem right to me.
Can we say no?
Does it say it has to be a reach weapon? I think that it's just flavor text.
It specifically points. It specifically points to it being a reach weapon.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know why.
Cute.
That's weird.
The way you described it, it sounded like it just flavor text of like the weapon being broken, therefore it would lose reach, even if it's not a reach weapon, technically.
Alright, how about this? You take 1 point of con damage as you hit yourself in the head.
You just conk yourself.
But I was swinging down!
Yeah, with the
you
other
dropped it on your head.
Yeah, with the handle. You clunked yourself in the head, right in the chin.
Alright, and hang on, let me also roll this.
Well, the trip was good, but the bite missed.
Yeah. Alright, where do I put this con damage?
In the damage column, you do like a -1, I think.
Yeah. Yup.
No, wait, that's strength. Why did I do that?
We're becoming veterans now.
I rolled another natural 20. I need to roll dice more often! Yeah, there's a 2.
There we go.
The dice
There's a 6.
and the dice take it.
There's a 1. There's an 11. There's an 18! There's a 2. There's a 19! There's a 3. You're gonna...
No, it's got
Brutus misses on the bite.
Set it out for tomorrow, so I don't have to lean over and get it while you're at work.
So, Eridan.
Yep. So he's going to look at the big tall man, kind of chuckle to himself.
Mickey personnel kill.
Don't make me hit you!
He's going to
try to.
go back into rage for a moment, and he is going to attack.
Tis but a moment.
Does it hit? I don't think it hits.
That does not hit.
Damn it!
And this wolf is the most legendary wolf known to man.
I look over to the elf and I chuckle a bit.
Fender, is that you?
Dwogal.
You can laugh, but I didn't hit myself.
I didn't hit myself, I just missed.
You did though.
Shut up.
I'm around here.
Oh,
Not that I'm surprised.
Boop. Boop and Jinx.
Boop!
The dwarf runs up, swings out with his mighty war axe, and catches the doggo right in the side, dealing 9 points of damage. Karen.
I posted that this is Dan's character.
Karen, what do you do? Your friends are dying around you. They actually aren't.
No, I'm the only one who's dying. I'll take another 5 foot closer and try to handle the doggo again.
Roll handling him. You gonna try and like offer it anything? Or never mind.
Fuck!
You rolled an 8.
Okay.
Okay, you gonna shoot it now? Right in the head? Put it down?
Can I even like really hit it without endangering people?
Well, you have a feat, so I'm saying yes.
Oh, okay.
You're a master archer.
Alright.
Just
It's
shoot
really
it
not
over the
listening
elf.
to me, so gonna have to put the puppo down.
What?
Are you playing a female, William?
No, I've just been forever coloring that dog.
Not this one, dumbass!
William, are you playing a female?
No.
That's... Damn, guys. That's a miss. Alright, well, the doggo's a little pissed, so he's gonna lash out and attack the fucking dwarf. Since the dwarf's the only one who's actually hit him.
Just slap it in the fucking side of the head.
If Ilya enlarges Will's picture, it's definitely not a female.
I rolled a 2.
It's totally a female.
That will not hit my AC.
So a 2 with my bonus. Doesn't hit.
Only when I first put that.
Then...
something close. That kept popping up, so I don't know if it's name or something related.
What does Fen do?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Well, Finn understands the intent has changed and goes in.
Get him, Fen, get him. Get him, Fen, get him.
Pokemon fight! Roar! Good boy.
Fen runs up and bites into this dog and starts tearing into his flesh. Go ahead and roll me a trip.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
The doggo refuses to be pulled to the ground. Throthgar!
Oh, this is trip of 4-legged
Time to
creature.
steal everyone else's kill.
If I hit.
See, with that attitude, you won't. See?
Hang on, hang on, hang on. Wait! Dang it.
Okay, Eridan.
He's going to swing
Not even close, Casey.
and a hit.
Jesus Christ! Did you take a feat that's called, hey, if the enemy's low health, I'm gonna always hit? So Eridan once again comes up and with a flourish runs the doggo through, killing it.
And he's gonna look at
The dwarf?
Hrothgar,
And
And-
Hrothgar doesn't pay attention, just immediately runs in here to see if everyone's
but
okay.
he's gonna look at him and go, "At least someone can hit something."
Hrothgar does not hear and is already in the building.
So you just bust into the door?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So you bust open the door and inside
He's like,
there's,
"I'm done with your shit."
you see,
No, Hrothgar
what-
just doesn't care. He cares about the people.
So you see inside there's wooden statues of both Erastil and Desna. Both of them have been chopped and marred by like hobgoblin weapons. They each stand at their own little alcoves at the northwest corners of the shrine. I'm gonna reveal this. This one should actually be up here.
That's a naked lady statue.
Yep.
It's
Well, out and there's alcoves on either side that have like other different gods in there. A dozen human bodies lie scattered across the floors in the pews and have been left to rot as the invaders go tearing apart the building. Inside, you see two hobgoblins. One of them is still chopping away at the statue as you guys throw open the door, and this other one, as you guys run in, immediately starts charging towards you. So we'll roll over the initiatives, and I'll just roll these two.
So the fact that I'm at 20, I'm always like that 10 extra feet away from getting to everything, just literally reminds me of the first scene of Two Towers, where Gimli's just like struggling to keep up with Legolas and Aragorn.
I mean, it's literally how it goes. Like, you never think about, like, oh, it's just 10 feet, it's not that big of a deal, and then you get into the fight and you're like,
Oh no, I knew it 100% going in. I didn't give two shits. I wanted this character for roleplay opportunities.
yeah, no, I'm just saying, it's one of those things that, like, you never think about how much 10 feet is.
Yep.
What's Eridan's initial bonus?
For which?
Just initiative. Oh, wait, you don't have any dex, never mind.
Nope.
So he wins out on that. I need to actually reset the turn order like this. Move you here. That's fine, and then it was Hrothgar busting in.
Yeah.
So Hrothgar move action to throw open the door. Okay, so you see these goblins, and you see, like I said, a dozen human corpses.
Is this like a surprise round, so I can only do like the move thing, or can I just charge?
You can just charge in and hit the first guy.
So I'm gonna do a charge in. I hit this first guy. I'll try to again. And 19. Does that hit?
No.
Darn it.
Okay, so Hrothgar runs up and just swings and catches this guy right in his ribs. You can feel a couple ribs just crunch under your weapon.
When I'm charging, can Brutus still do a bite or no?
This turn, no, but normally yes.
Okay.
Because you threw open the door as well.
Alright.
Alright, and it'll be this goblin's turn, and he will lash out at you as that hurt his feelings and his ribs.
Not his feelers.
He needs those to feel things! Does a 17 hit?
No, it does not.
Alright, so he lashes out, tries to stab at you, but you manage to block it with your tower shield, I'd imagine.
Yes. Just hold it in front of me, just ping! That sound, actually.
I didn't think that would make a beep through my computer, I'm sorry. I was plugging my headset.
Just
Hold out
makes
the
up.
shield. Just stare at the shield. What the?
You ever thought
Professional
that's what
GM, by the
Allegan's
way.
shield sounds like when it comes out and just pops up?
Okay, and Aridin.
Yep.
Wait, I feel
So-
like I fucked up the turn order really bad.
I was gonna say, usually it felt like Fen was me, but that's okay.
I'm gonna just roll the turn order a little bit to where Throthgar, like, just that was his turn, and now it's Fen's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your avatar.
So, like, basically everybody else will go, and then Throthgar will go again, if that makes sense.
Let's go.
it's fine.
That's all.
So,
Fen, what do you do?
Hey, bark happily.
Okay, alright, next turn.
No,
Bork, bork.
wait.
they'll go just inside.
Okay, we'll go down to Aridin.
So he's going to go inside as well, since this is where we were coming to. And he's going to see the orc, and he's going to
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. Yeah. The tall thing that is ugly and disgusting and in his face and totally just needs to get dead.
14 will not hit your target as you swing out, trying to hit him, but unsuccessfully miss. Do not.
Okay.
Dwogal!
Dwarf!
Dan!
I'm thinking. God damn it, people!
I didn't know if you were there.
I'm here.
To be fair, when you're usually when you're silent, it means you didn't hear that it's your turn.
No, I've had the time.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I have a lot of abilities.
Then I am sorry for trying to rush you.
I'm not hurt. Jinx, you're fat. Just looks away.
Oh my god. Thank you, Ilya. I know you cannot.
Jinx, why are you losing my fucking way?
Just because I don't have to mute for this, thanks, Ilya. I just muted to thank you, and then it's like, wait, you're in here.
I couldn't even hear you if you said thank you if you muted, because I have your stream muted.
No, yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, I muted to thank you, and then like, wait a second.
Wait, you muted him to thank him for what?
He
I use Twitch Prime to sub.
yeah.
Oh. I think we're on like 3 months or something. At this
I
point.
believe so, something like that.
3 or 4 months. Okay. Don't think it has a range.
What is it?
Cure that ones.
It's touch.
Oh yeah, it's touch. Fuck.
I mean, you can still make it to Kieran if you needed to.
Yeah, but then I'm definitely out of this fight.
Well, you could double move it around.
Yeah, this is true.
This is why everyone needs a ranged weapon.
I'm going to have one.
Yeah, you can. Once after we finish today's session, I'm gonna post a loot, and there's definitely like a crossbow or two in all the loot.
Yeah, it's just like he wouldn't have been carrying around a fucking bow. Carries around his axe everywhere, but not carrying his bow.
Yeah, what is he, an elf?
Especially to a tavern on a happy day. Cast.
So yep, that'll be just a 1d8 plus 1. Oh wait, actually, Kate, are you undead?
What?
He's human.
I mean, technically yes, because he's
And then
not
plus 1, so
dead.
free. You get free health.
Yeah,
I tried.
I
It's-
appreciate
I mean,
it.
it's better than no health.
Yeah, it's something.
That put me up to 6.
Oh, okay, that's actually a lot healthier you right now. So.
he only has like a 10 health or something.
11. My wolf has more health than I do.
I think Shear's Wolf has the most health in the party.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the least healthy.
Actually, the
see
least
that
in the
there.
party would.
I have 10.
Dan.
Ah.
Yeah, Dan has the least, but only because he has a D8. Otherwise, he would have them. He would have more than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Throthgar has 13 max, and Brutus has 15 max.
Okay. Kieran, little dwarf man came up and just touched you inappropriately, and you feel a little healthier.
I'll have you know I just tapped him on the head. Something.
Just booped him on the snoot.
Yeah, but how did you reach?
As I said, somehow.
There you
Just
go, Dan.
kinda
He
jumped
was
up.
too
That's
unhealthy
cool.
to even realise how the
Thank you,
fuck
Mr.
did I get him on the head.
There you go, Dan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go skid around in here. And are you still gonna say I can hit this fucker?
I mean, you can hit him, yeah.
Okay.
You can even shoot the one all the way in the back, technically, but yeah, I don't think you would get your 30-foot bonus.
No. I'll go for the close one. Just go for the regular one.
17. Okay, a 17 will strike your target as you shoot out an arrow and kind of like matrix it through Brutus and Throthgar, not barely missing them, and then you catch the hobgoblin right in the face, killing him as he falls to the ground dead.
Yeet.
Throthgar jumps a little bit, then looks back at Kieran. Very nice shot, my friend.
Kieran's just like, thanks, guys.
Just waving.
Okay, this hobgoblin is going to let go of their axe that is currently embedded in the statue there.
I ate it while I pooped.
Wait, wasn't embedded? No, they pulled it out. Never mind. So they have like 2 weapons. So they are going to try and charge up to Irden and scream out, "Die, elf scum!" and swings out with their battle axe for a 22 to hit. Does a 22 hit?
Oh, you know?
You could, but it would be wrong. For 7 points of damage. Can you guys see the dice?
Now I can.
I see the 7.
Yeah.
No, like in the 3D dice, or do you
Oh,
guys
no.
have to enable them as
I
well?
think I have to enable it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I turned them on, so that way we could have dice rolling.
Isn't that part of the paid functionality?
No, it shouldn't be, because I don't have a paid account.
Oh, okay. How do I turn it on then, do you know? So
Go to the
Enable 3
settings.
days soon.
Yeah, go to my settings on the top right, and
Yeah.
enable 3D dice.
so
Hey.
5!
Oh, that's cool.
It's yellow.
It's 5.
Wait, does the dice actually reflect the colour you pick?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case I'm actually going to change my colour from yellow.
yeah, I was
I
actually
want
going to
colour
make mine
that someone
purple.
else doesn't have. Oh,
I'm going purple.
I have purple
That's
though.
Everyone's going fucking purple. God
Alright, now
damn it.
how do I change my color?
Click the color next to your name.
Yeah.
I will go.
God
Oh
damn,
my god, that looks
Cade.
demonic.
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking Cade's dice like flew across the screen like he just
It said to
chucked it as
drag.
hard
I
as he
didn't know what it
could.
was gonna do.
Wait,
Oh,
what,
I'm
if,
just-
what if it's transparent?
I don't know, roll it. You can also set it to automatically roll, Cade, so you don't have to drag every time.
Yeah, that's what I had it on, but then it took so long.
Wait, what is
Roll
Dan's gonna do?
1d1.
Since...
Oh,
Wait,
God.
It's black.
I feel like
It's not
that's,
transparent. It's black.
Wait, can you
I
take-
feel like that's a design error.
Probably.
Yeah. I was
Probably.
hoping it'd like turn the numbers white, but apparently not.
That's
Yeah,
some
you'd think.
advanced shit right there.
you can
Professional program.
No, yeah,
Okay,
mine doesn't.
so,
say it's
that was-
transparent.
That was his turn. Finn, the doggo
Yeah.
whisperer.
Dang
We'll
it.
go with that.
Now I gotta.
Oh, you gone white. Okay, it's fine, I'll change.
Dark blue.
No, stay white, I'll change.
Nah. I want dark
Oh
blue.
my gosh, you guys.
Bruh.
Okay, Finn.
Doggo.
No one's using yellow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna-
Is he gonna do like acrobatics over these pews, or can you just roll past them?
They're all smashed to shit.
Okay. Well, then he's gonna come up here and take a chomperino.
Give him the good old champ.
The champ.
Ah!
Jeez.
And that'll miss. Why did it roll so many dice?
I don't know.
Two?
That's
It
one.
rolled.
Oh, the extra damage dice, I think.
Yeah, but he doesn't have anything put in for extra damage, so that's why I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. That's a miss. Throthgar!
That guy. I can. Since this guy's dead, I can move over his spot, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, if I reposition like here, would that provoke?
It's
an
a
attack?
5-foot step.
All right, so I can just,
Actually.
I can just do that.
Yup.
All right, 5-foot step. Let me just.
I'm actually gonna turn the 3D back off because that's really making it lag.
And going to do my normal. That, and then
That will hit.
and then I need my Brutus attack. Oh,
So, Throthgar swings out with the Great Club, catching this guy right in the shoulder, almost nearly breaking his arm out of its socket, as he nearly crumples to the ground in pain. But he's still barely standing. Damn, there's no bonuses you get or anything that'll make this a hit. Fuck. Aridin, once again. Go ahead and roll your high dice. Steal the kill. What the fuck?
So he's
You
gonna
told him to roll his high
Okay.
dice.
he's kind of gonna hold his shoulder a little bit and go, "You call that a hit? Get out of my face!"
And,
he's gonna swing his
that-
sword.
Yeah, that kills him. He's fucking dead, dude. I'm pretty sure Ao has like hacks and get to like always hit those kind of hits.
I want to hit that without killing
alright.
him.
So there's like.
Wait,
no-
you wanted to wait? Did you want to do that without killing him?
Well, no, I meant normally.
Oh,
because
okay, I
of-
see what you're saying. I was like,
Well,
if you're gonna do non-lethal, then we got to go to a whole other thing for that.
No, because of bloodline. I want to do the bloodline thing to you.
Yeah, that's true. You keep kind of ruining that for yourself. So,
I don't do it intentionally.
you guys, clear out. There's the shrine. There's doesn't appear to be anyone living in here. There is a sack of loot in the center, which I'll give to you guys, and basically go through. There is a ivory amulet engraved with Erastil's bow and arrow holy symbol. if you guys want to roll me a knowledge local to identify it.
Okay. I will.
Since everything's dead, I need... That was a total of 6 rounds.
What the fuck is this shit?
I believe so, yes. It makes sense for Kieran to not have much knowledge local, though, Cade, let's be honest.
I have a fucking +5.
He lives in the woods! He would know about the woods, not the town!
I live here and I score fucking 1.
So, Throthgar, the moment you look at it, you recognize it as, it's an amulet for the hunter La Rosa. She often hangs the medallion in the shrine while she's in town to, she says it recharges the amulet for her.
Okay.
So, everybody also, if you want to, try and find something in here, go ahead and give me a perception check. Kind of looking around trying to see if you find anyone alive or anything. Jesus. Kieran sniffs the air and immediately finds what I'm trying to point out. God damn, did everybody make this check?
Oh yeah, I should actually roll for Brutus too.
Yeah,
Actually, ironically...
I forgot to change Fenoff's skill focus, so he's still gonna have dank perception.
I think I
Brutus
got rid of
noticed
that already, so...
anything.
Brutus is too busy, sniffing a corpse, considering if he should eat it or not. So,
No,
outside, I've noticed nothing.
you guys kind of look around. Dwogel, outside, you actually do hear some noises coming from inside this outside building.
Okay.
And Kieran's kind of looking around. And he kind of blurts out, "There's something in that in the altar." And you guys search the altar and find some silver dust, 150 GP worth of silver dust, which is useful for spellcasting, an Aegis of Recovery, and, you're gonna love this, a Wand of Cure Light Wounds.
Oh my god!
21 charges left. So I'll write all this down, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
And,
It's okay, Dan, you're the only one who can legit use it.
there's really not anything else in this shrine unless you guys want to try to, I don't know, formally close the temple with, a ritual or something.
I don't know nothing about that shit.
Throthgar is pretty much gonna, despite how much he wants to, do something to respect this place, he needs to keep moving to find if anyone else is alive. So he would move out to check this building over here.
Okay, so I'd imagine Dwogol goes first, because he heard it first.
Yeah, I'd probably be like...
I heard it first, but I'm gonna walk over to Garrett and test out my new fucking Cure Light Wounds.
Yay!
Okay, so...
I'm booping with it.
Okay, so you do that. You go up to the door, you throw it open. Inside, you find the local assistant for the shrine. Her name is Reina. She's a female human. She's got nice blonde hair, green eyes, a very nice wide smile. She's very kind of bubbly and optimistic. She's got bronze skin. She's a Chelish woman, so she's from Sheliax. And inside, she's there along with 2 what look to be armed people, and then 5 other just peasants.
All right.
She goes, "Oh, thank God you're not hobgoblins. Are they gone? Are they dead?"
The two that were in the shrine, they are dead. We're going to try to get you out of here.
Oh, thank God. Yes, please, let's go. And she comes out and follows you. They kind of, they'll join up with the rest of the survivors you have.
Good.
So yeah, you saved them.
Alright, then I move back to the rest of the party.
Yep, give me 1 second and I will move the map. Just typing something up really quick. Okay, so yeah, you guys saved, that is, how many more? Let's see, 1, 3, 7 more? 8 more, sorry.
No,
So, move you back over here.
we're taking the entire village with us. Mobile village!
Okay, so you guys are all down here. Okay, so you move around towards the next spot, which is the trading company. Let me just do something. Okay, and as you guys are kind of running through the alleyways, the streets are being more clogged with hobgoblins. They're starting to kind of like fan out and control more territory. And you guys come across 3 more hobgoblins as they kind of like sprint out from behind like a wagon and try to cut you down.
Are they getting a surprise on us?
Nope, nobody gets a surprise. I'm just gonna move everybody.
If the chance is presented, I could use healing.
Yeah, you could have healed before you walked off. If you asked nicely, I'd assume. I doubt the dwarf's gonna be like, "Hey, dickhead!"
Yeah, you've been insulting everyone. I'm not just gonna go over there randomly boop you. As far as I know, you're fine. You have said nothing.
So does Airden bring up that he needs healing?
I just moved myself 1 thing forward because I would have been a little bit in front of the party.
Yep.
Cool.
And then initiative, right?
It's up to you guys. We can keep the same one if you want. Honestly, I don't really care.
Roll for initiative.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
Since it is a completely different encounter.
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
The other one I was kind of fine with because it was kind of like semi the same encounter since it was happening right afterward, but this would happen a little bit afterwards.
Yeah. Can you guys see everybody so far in the list that's rolled?
Yes.
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 Just need Cade to roll.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. No worries.
What an idiot.
God. I'm just going last. Just get behind me.
That's both a blessing and a curse.
Yep.
Don't worry, Fenn's down there with you.
Shut up, Reinhardt.
Behind my shield, friends!
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of how I base Drothgar. He's supposed to be like a not as wide Reinhardt.
But does he, like, emphatically say his name many times fast? Like, Reinhardt!
So,
Justice!
first up on the initiative is Dwogal. He's fucking
I am
ready
really
for this
pissed
shit.
off with these fucking guys.
I've had it with these motherfucking gobbies in this motherfucking village!
And whoa, the fuck?
I don't know why I roll so many dice, it scares me.
But there was a 20 among them. The fuck?
Okay, so you sprint up and slash out with your war axe, catching this guy straight into the ribs as your war axe digs into him.
Does he cry out in the pain?
Yes, and he screams, "Hans, get Zeluga!"
Why am I not highlighting both? Oh, there we go.
Why is my roll 20 so fucking laggy, dude?
Yeah, it was. The numbers were lagging a bit for me, so I turned off the 3D dice. Despite how cool it is.
I just wish I knew mine was still laggy.
I don't know.
I shut off the 3D dice as well. Okay, Airden.
By the way, Dan, I like that your axe is listed as a slashy weapon.
To be fair, that's how the compendium did it. I didn't do anything to it. It's like my character is like base Pathfinder, basically. Almost.
How do I
everything
power
is from
attack?
There's a buff at the top of your thing. You just click on. It's a free action.
I'm going to power attack. Set buffs.
I'm scared.
I forget if it's one. Is it 1 round or is it just until you decide to not do it anymore?
It's active until your next round.
Okay.
So set buffs. Is it under? Nope, it's not under class. Where'd you put it?
I don't know. Just check under all.
Here we are. So I'm going to enable. And then I
You just
don't
make an
get the
attack, yeah.
-1 bonus because I counter that, remember?
No, that's not for power attack. That's for the arcane strike, isn't it?
Arcane Strike is just +1 damage.
Thought I countered that based off one of my feats.
No, the feat is basically whenever you blood rage, you automatically arcane strike, which we actually did forget to factor in. So we'll have to do that as well. So
That's fine. Do. And I'm going to swing because that was 6 rounds you said.
yes.
Probably didn't even hit.
No, that will not hit. That's fucking huge damage though, dude. Holy fuck.
Damn it.
That's fucking crazy. Okay.
Power attack actually do?
It's -1 to hit, +2 to damage, but since I was using a two-handed, it's +3.
Nice.
They get a similar thing for bows.
Yep.
Except I get to nullify the -1 with point blank shot.
Well, would I get +2 to the damage because of hating everybody?
That actually is true. So you deal 2 extra damage on that, which is fucking terrifying.
Well, I didn't hit, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, fucking hell, I didn't even think about that. House character's a monster, dude.
And that's without a crate.
That's fucking scary. Alright, so this guy is going to take a 5-foot step and go after the elf, because the elf has a big weapon and is spooky.
Oh, please.
No one knows this is the little dwarf.
I failed, naturally. So,
Take
let's...
that.
Alright, so 7.
So the dwarf just pulls full, or
Yeah.
not the
2,
dwarf.
3,
Aridin
4,
just
5.
pulls full matrix, completely.
Oh
dodges
my
and flips
god, what
over.
a fucking idiot!
What'd he do?
You drop your weapon and it lands 1d6 squares away in a random direction.
So you basically just throw it. You're like, nope.
Oh, fuck!
It flies to the other side of Throthgar.
Looks like you messed up, my little friend.
Try a little harder next time.
Okay, Kieran.
Take a step out here.
Alrighta.
Do the thing. Okay, where to go? There. Big on thought.
The first attack will not hit, but the second attack, because I don't think that's factoring your buffs. Because it's only a +3, and your dex is a +3, isn't it?
Dex is +4.
Yeah, so
What is it
That
factoring
should-
in, man?
I don't know. That should hit then. Well, that's gonna have a penalty to the hit because it's the second attack,
Oh,
but it's not giving point blank shot.
yeah.
So that's a 17. So
Well,
I mean, a 16.
I got point blank shot and deadly aim on, so it nullifies itself.
Oh, okay, the 16 still hits.
Okay.
So 8 damage. So which one were you shooting? I'm sorry.
The one just to the south of Dan.
Okay, the one Dan hit then. Okay, one arrow would sail over his head, and the other would sail straight into him, striking him in the shoulder. As he cries out in pain and goes to take a swing at the dwarf. and miss with the 10.
Yep, that's a miss.
Okay. Finn.
Then, dog.
Waffle boy.
It's the doggo.
Crushy.
By the way, Ilya, how long is that con damage lasting?
Oh, I literally forgot about it. Roll a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Okay.
Yes.
Defenses. 17.
Okay, that'll beat it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was basically the fortitude save to negate is the AC of the creature you were trying to hit. Oh my god.
Doggy crits!
Are you having fun yet?
I'm having fun. I love this.
This is great. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
So, Finn runs up and, bites into the hobgoblin and rips his leg off, killing him. You killed him with the 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which one is that? That's this one. Okay, and it's this other guy. He's also going to take a swing at the elf.
You can miss.
Does a 17 hit you?
And diddly it does.
Take 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Are you unconscious?
I am now negative.
-1. So the hobgoblin would slash out and cut down the elf Eridan and call out, "This is what will happen to the rest of you if you don't surrender to the Iron Fang Legion."
We get to take a nap?
Rough guy.
Iron Fang Legion sounds pretty cool.
Alright. Since I'm a large creature, I can occupy the same space, right? Or, well...
As...
Right, like, I could stand right here?
Oh yeah, you could stand over his corpse and eat him.
No. What I was going to do was I stand over here to try to essentially protect his body. And then I'm going to attack this guy right here. And...
Do it.
Yes. Oh, whoop, sorry. Misclick on my part. That.
So that's a 12 with the flank that will miss.
Then bite.
That's a 22 with the flank biting into him. And the trip will also hit, tearing him into the ground. I don't know why the trip has damage associated, that's weird.
Can we count the damage then? No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I mean, if he wanted to treat the trip first and then the bite, well, that would have made sense. Well, it could work.
The bite is what gives him the trip.
Yeah.
Dwogal.
If we want to go over and heal him, but at the same time, I will get fucked for it.
Yeah, you won't be able to get over there and really do anything, because you'll... Like, even if you 5-foot step, you'll have to roll to cast defensively to not provoke to cast a spell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just moving my tokens around, because that's where I'd be
You're fine.
positioned. Or that's how I'd be positioned, at least.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
You could just throw the wand at me.
You wouldn't be able to use it.
That's not how that works. Like,
No,
at all.
it just activates whenever it touches somebody.
Yes.
So it's just like, I'm healed.
Well, I think I'd more worry about helping you take less hits, at least. So I'm attack this motherfucker here.
His mind is the best defense is a good offense. So this will also have a plus
I was
3
training the art
roll.
of war.
He's got his healing axe.
So this technically is a plus 3 as your hatred comes into play and you are flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting it all out there. So a plus 3 to that will make that a 14, which will unfortunately not strike your target.
Damn
Eridan,
it! I would have done
roll
a
me-
lot of damage.
roll me a Constitution check. Wow, literally the exact DC. So you are no longer bleeding out. You are stabilized, but you are still unconscious.
I love it.
Okay, this guy's gonna just all right. Let's see. He well, in character, I would coup de grace.
Wouldn't I prevent that? Because I'm standing above the body.
So he'll call out, "Move, you overgrown wolf!" and swing out and try to hit Throthgar, since he's actually riding the wolf. Actually, he'd hit the wolf. The wolf. Wait, didn't he get tripped?
Yes, he did. The one that's on the in the middle there. Like this
Yeah,
guy?
he's tripped. So
Yeah,
actually,
he's tripped.
Dan, you would hit him because he would have
11
a minus-
damage!
And yeah, so that's my bad. Let me roll that back a little bit. So
Slashing.
Dwogol would come up with his axe and just bury his axe deep in his chest, killing him as he coughs up his last breath of blood.
Yeah,
I just imagine like an axe just sticks into the top of his head. Oops.
I mean, that head could
Pull it
work.
back out.
Okay, Aaron.
Yeah, right.
I actually have a quick question.
I have a quick answer.
If I was in a position like that, like where I am right now, would I be able to do like I attack this guy and then Brutus attacks this guy?
100%.
Yeah.
Nice, because that's actually what I was gonna try if they were both still alive.
Yeah, it's the same as like with my summoner where I killed that one person with one attack and then I did the other two attacks to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're in range, you're able to attack them
Yeah.
as a full action.
So a 20 and a 17 will both hit your target as your arrows sail through the air, one catching him in the one shoulder and the other one catching him further down his arm through the bicep.
In the
And I
forest.
think that actually kills him. Yep.
Yay.
So Kieran stands there, gets ready with his longbow, takes aim and fires out 2 shots, one that goes through his shoulder and the other that tears through his arm, and the blood spills out as he falls to the ground and just bleeds to death. Cue Oblivion character screaming, "This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death!" Okay, I'm gonna move all your tokens together.
Now that he's
Oh, God.
dead, I'm going to run up
This
to
is just-
the elf and slap him with a cure.
Clear.
Okay.
On my stick. Just shouts, clear! Pops on the stick.
You'll hit them with this.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Will we get another 3? No! There you go.
So Al, you heal 6 points. So you start at 0 and go up.
So I would be 6, right?
Yes, you would be at 6.
Okay. So after he gets the healing, he kind of looks at the dwarf. I suppose things are in order. You're not so bad yourself. Thanks.
Why,
Just
thank
kinda-
you, tall man.
Oh man!
He just kind of looks at everybody else and go, "You might be useful." Here and
But to
there."
be fair, he didn't actually introduce himself name-wise to us.
Yeah, nobody knows his name. He's like the nameless elf who's kind of just like, "Hi guys, I'm
just kind of jumped in there.
I mean, he seemed
Gets
capable.
knocked unconscious, still acts like we're the shitters.
To be fair, he's playing up the elven racism
I
pretty
know.
well. So, you guys are kind of, you take care of that. You keep sprinting with your little entourage following behind. And this is the trading company.
Before
So you guys
we
are
go
kind
in,
of...
can I turn to him and ask the dwarf if I can get a little more healing?
Yeah, by all means.
Sure, tall friend.
Now, if he does it, it's another.
Yes, he is
No,
going to.
Sure, 20 gold.
Actually, I need you roll me a diplomacy check.
Just fucking charge him gold for it,
No,
Dan.
my guy, he's used to war. He's used to helping people when he can. He knows everyone, one person can matter.
Nope,
comes to
can't
war.
diplomacy.
You're
You're really bad at this.
I had rage in it. Rage would have ended actually. So,
Okay.
and it was.
Alright, I'm gonna
plus
reload
7.
roll 20.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Because it's fucking like I didn't see that roll until like a minute later.
For what?
Either of those things you guys did. I didn't see it until like a full minute later.
That actually put me right at full health. So.
Yeah, perfect.
So you guys come up. There's a signpost on the road that announces the clapboard wooden shop and barn-like smithy, sharing a single large stone wall to be the Feindenar Trading Company. The smith's double doors stand open, revealing a large steel-glowing forge. 2 slaughtered goats and a dead horse fill an adjacent animal pen. Many fresh scratches and dents mar the trading post's heavy wooden door, and a chair leg juts through one broken window. Small flames lick at the thatched rooftop where a red-hot iron has been tossed. So inside the yard, you see they're kind of like walking around. There's 3 soldiers, and each of them, like, they seem to be tending wounds. And you guys kind of you guys have plenty of time to ready up, but yep, there's 3 soldiers kind of...
Am I gonna be able to overcome my fatigue too?
Yeah, you guys had to run up the street.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reveal this map before I move you guys, so give me a second.
Just put me a little behind because.
I'll let you guys position yourselves as you want.
Well, what I'll do is I'll just take 1 round, just to catch up with people because technically I would have been fatigued. So,
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like you guys would have had to run. Like
But I
if you
can't
look at
run.
where you are. Yeah, but my point is like if you look at where you are in relation to the rest of the like where you're actually going, it's pretty far.
Hey, which direction are we going to be running to?
Like you're running from. I'll just scroll. You're running from this all the way down to this. And this is like. Yeah. And it doesn't seem that far, but you have to remember this is hundreds of feet.
Yeah.
That was our 3rd or 4th combat.
1, 2, 3, 4th combat.
So I think I get just plus my con mod. I only get 1 more. Okay.
So yeah, and then the goblin fight happened where the goblins are positioned right now, so...
I just want to make sure I'm not over,
Mm-hmm. And then let me move back over here.
Because I was going to say, like, if everybody's fleeing the town anyway, can I, like, peek into a building and see if I find any spare great arrows?
In the everyday person, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna find great arrows.
What
Oh,
if
shit.
what if one person just had
But-
like a spare one as like as a family heirloom?
Yeah,
But
like a
if
fucking
you
hobbit or something.
just think about this, I did just say you come up to a smithy.
Oh. Does he have arrows?
We will see.
That'd be
So you guys come up.
That's something I would ask a Fletcher rather than a Smithy. It's always professional.
Cade, do you want great arrows or no?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Hey, they could fire the bolt. I need a rabbit shot with it. I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, I gave you rapid shot with both your weapons. So yeah, you come up and then there's 3 soldiers outside. They're all injured. They seem like they're kind of like they have like mud slung over them and some other things. Kind of like it looks like they got hit by rocks almost. Like somebody was just pelting them with rocks and other heavy like earth objects. So you guys can go ahead and position yourselves as you see fit and roll for initiative. I know there's a lot of combat, but You,
Are you
the
able
town
to
is.
after all this?
I don't know. Well, let's see.
I gotta reopen it.
That's better.
Yeah, like I said, there is a lot of combat early on, but you guys kind of. I was gonna say the town is kind of like literally under siege currently, so.
That feel when this dog keeps almost outrolling me. Because, like, yeah, I'm a 21 and 18, but I rolled a 17, he rolled a 16.
The dog actually keeps fucking rolling the same as my monster, so roll me a d20.
Yeah.
Yep, so the dog goes first. We just need... What am I missing here? Oh, Drothgar. Or Dwoggle, sorry.
Nope.
So it's an 11. I think that's everyone, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, so top of the initiative, you guys run up Kieran. Shut up, doggo. Don't you look at me!
Don't you sass me, boy! By the way, like, as a sidebar, I know we're in combat, but you guys might have seen me, like, talking to the dog every now and then. You guys don't know it, but I can actually talk to the dog.
Yeah, he talks to his dog more than a normal pet owner would.
Like, I could talk to Brutus, too.
Okay, Harpy.
Wasn't that funny? Jeez.
Okay, Harpy.
Do you have Garuda in your house?
Yes.
Oh my god. Alright,
Lucy gets
Kieran,
really
what do you
excited
do?
when she's having fun. Alright,
This isn't a surprise round or anything, this is a normal combat round.
okay, I go there. I'll shoot the nearest one.
So the good news is, you can't rapid attack, because you moved more than 5 feet.
Oh.
Because rapid shot's a full round action.
Alright. So can we just count
The
the first
good
one?
news is, you don't fumble.
Yeah, so let's just count that first one, that nice green number there. That's pretty
So
decent.
go ahead and roll me a d52.
I forgot about that.
Now I'm just imagining it's like, alright, you launch the first arrow awesomely, you get like a super awesome crit. The
That one
next
just
one,
falls out of the fucking bow.
the next one you aim the bow backwards at yourself.
It's like the gun that has the barrel curved around to shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
My arrow just like shot into the wall, bounced back, and hit me in the shoulder. Fuck!
Oh my god, that one's fucking rough.
What
Double damage and 1d6 con damage. Wait, isn't this a bow?
Yeah.
Aren't longbows times 3 crit?
Yes, it is.
So that means you get times 3 damage.
Yeah, my longbow's times 3, and the great bow is times 4.
So, how are we doing this, by the way? Are we multiplying the damage you rolled, or are we multiplying... Or are we just rolling more damage?
You can just multiply the damage I rolled.
So,
Makes
15
sense.
damage. And 1d6 con, so roll 1d6.
I love this character.
So, Kieran steps up and fires an arrow with such
Why couldn't
force
an
that
old
it
player
tears
do
through...
this?
It tears through the
Right.
goblin, ripping his arm off, pinning it to the wall as his arm just gushes blood and it spills out all over the floor and he falls down dead.
To be fair, though, Zachary, I'm also like specifically spec'd for ranged, and Sam wanted to use knives.
Mhm.
Like I've,
Okay,
I've
so-
jumped like 4 feet to make this happen. And that's only because Joe gave me freebies.
I gave you 1 freebie, not 4.
Well, no, I
Oh,
know.
you mean, I see what you mean.
I dumped like a total of, I have like a total of 4 feet dumped into the character already at level 1. Because
Okay,
otherwise
I think
ranged
it's this
is
guy's
like
turn.
impossible to build early.
He's gonna charge up and swing at Brutus.
Why am I Wolfie?
He's in the way. And miss with a 9. Finn.
Woof.
Woof.
Move up down. And then gonna give him a little nibble.
My god. So, roll a trip attack.
Good boy.
The ghost boys, a 15. I do not think that'll beat their CMD. That meets their CMD. So he is tripped.
Attacker's favor!
Yay.
Can he get attacks of opportunity when he's tripped?
Technically yes, but he's at like a -4 penalty.
Alright.
This other guy's gonna run up and try to hit the rider because he thinks the rider's more dangerous. And also miss with a 9. Hrothgar.
I am going to attack the guy. Hrothgar is going to attack the guy that's down, and Bruce is going to attack the guy that just swung at me.
Okay.
We roll Brutus's first. Bite.
Okay, so Brutus. He's attacking the one that's standing up?
Yeah, the one that's standing up.
Okay, so Brutus will miss.
Okay. Then
That'll hit.
bad damage, but
Dude, swing. I mean, it's not bad.
well, I mean,
7.
just the red. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's because you rolled 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hrothgar swings out and crushes this goblin, nearly killing him. He's still, hobgoblin, nearly killing him while he still stands there. Aridin.
Okay. Done. 5, 10, 25. And I don't get a flank for being right there.
No, you do not.
So, going to come up. I'm going to power attack.
I'm scared already.
All power attack. And then I get a +2, so we have to remember that.
Is that on damage?
Yes.
Schwank.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Oh
Yeah,
my
roll that.
god.
Fat too, my dude.
That's a lot of damage though.
I can hit.
That's a lot of
No,
damage.
that's the problem. You can't hit.
Dwogo.
Yeah, so it's basically like, in total you're rolling a d10 plus 8 for damage.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
that's
I
fucking
know.
terrifying.
Yeah, that's
And you
pretty
have to
good.
add +2 to that damage.
Yeah,
if
Andy
they
gets
had
+2 because he has L.
No, that's what I mean.
tree.
Like, it says d10 plus 6. I'm saying d10 plus 8.
It should be a +8. That's what his other attack was. Oh, you're not raging right now.
No, I was not raging.
Oh.
That's what.
So if he was raging, it'd be d10 plus 10?
I think +11 because of Arcane Strike.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
He's a barbarian. Like, they're gonna do a lot of damage.
If I could hit.
So we got a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS.
Like,
You guys
Arcane Strike
actually
is like
have a
first
balanced
grade or something?
party. You guys legitimately have a balanced party.
This is why I went around asking you guys what you're gonna be. I was actually trying to choose my character around you guys.
And it will be fun because later I'll actually be able to cast spells too. And then even later, more fun gets to happen.
Just just use the entire U.S. defense budget to fuck my shit up. Alright, so, that's a miss, Dan. I'm sorry.
Is this the one that's tripped, by the way?
No, the one
this
in-
one, no, it's the one above. He's got a little marker on him. It's kind of hard to see. I'm just gonna do this. He's got a pink on him now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now he's all pretty.
Jared. He looks like he's got a crown.
King of the fucking odds! Fuck that guy!
No,
Hobgoblins.
you know what it looks like? You know what it looks like he has? He's got a Moogle palm.
Need to check something.
It's a
real quick.
move.
Wait, what is a Moogle?
Pom pom kimochi.
Stop.
Oh, I forgot to add this in.
Listen, any other time, I'd be fine with you singing that song. I'd even sing along too, but not during my stream.
Can't have proof.
Guys, I
This is
totally
round
forgot about this. I'm going to expend my move action studying.
Oh yeah, you studied
this.
target.
So I get a +1 to is it attack and damage?
I believe so.
Weapon attack and damage rolls. So yeah, that's another buff I could add. All right.
Ilya's probably sitting in his chair going, "Why the fuck did I allow all this?"
And
I'm
I
having
didn't
fun.
move, so
We're having fun.
Uh-oh.
that's not
Oh,
what
no.
you want.
So roll a d52, Kate. I'm so sorry.
Are
I
you
shot
having,
myself in the foot.
based off this one, are you having more fun than in the beginning?
Insanely more fun.
Good.
Agreed.
Are you having fun? Me too.
Alright, hold on. Let me just find 43.
Do you like a crab? Me too.
Ah, fuck. I've messed up count. Okay, 43. That's all attack rolls beyond the first range increment have triple the normal damage penalty for 3 rounds. That's actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I say whoop-de fucking do. I'm not gonna be shooting at like 300 feet.
You're not going to be shooting past 110 fucking feet. Like, that's not even relevant to this conversation. Okay,
Yet.
it's his turn. Shit, what do I want to do? I can't stand up, I'll provoke. He's going to try and swing out at the dog. Or at the wolf. Wait, who tripped him? It was the wolf, right? Or
It was the
dog?
wolf.
Was it Cade or was it...
It was Kate, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna try and swing out at Fen then. At
And they're
a...
both wolves, technically.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, I need to say names. And miss, because he has no bonus to his attack.
In a
He's
miss.
just rolling a straight d20. Fen.
Stop making hotkeys for me.
Doggy death.
Just curls the tail a little bit.
He just like leans down on one paw and just buries his head in his shoulder.
God.
Alright, wait. Would my studied bonuses go, like, is that only gonna affect me, or would they affect Fen too?
I don't think it
That
affects the
sounds
doggo.
interesting. Do what?
I don't think it affects doggo.
I know, I'm asking you, not the rules, because that sounds interesting.
It will at level 2, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because you get, like, the sharing spells and shit.
Yeah.
So that would kind of count.
No, there's actually, like, from your archetype that I'm basically giving you, at level 2, you get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, in the meantime, nom.
That's an om nom nom, so roll me a d52. Oh wait, it doesn't even matter, you fucking kill him, you rip his throat out. So Fen goes up to this guy after, like, basically jumping over the swing and lands on him and just rips his fucking throat out. You guys are handling these guys, I gotta say.
I'm not
Dog,
gonna
you
lie.
fucking bad.
Not gonna lie. That was pretty metal.
This guy is gonna try and swing out at the dwarf. Wait, who hit him? Was it... No one hit him yet. I'd miss. Man, I'm rolling like shit. Throthgar. I rolled a fucking 3.
Alright, let me see my bite. Great club.
So the bite will hit. Bonus, okay. So 7 damage followed by... So yeah, you crush this fucking guy. So Brutus bites into him, tears him to the ground, and Throthgar swings his club down and just pops his head like a grape. And you guys are kind of like, as you guys kind of wait, from inside the building, you hear people start screaming, like, "Help! Help! Please help us in here!"
I need somebody help.
Immediately runs in. Oh, but actually, something I want to do real quick.
Go ahead.
Is before we run in, I want to, what are they called again? My locked gauntlets. I'm going to lock them.
What do those do?
It provides a +10 bonus to CMD if anyone wants to disarm me.
Oh yeah. By the way, the screams are coming from inside the house proper, not the forge.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, then immediately run.
Okay, so I gotta do a couple things really quick. Actually, I'll just roll these in the open, so you guys get stressed out.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay.
They're instantly gonna fire at Throthgar.
So, as you guys are kind of fighting, the fire has spread to a couple more squares. If you want to try and break open the door, you can roll me a strength check.
I will do that. 22.
Okay, let me look at the DC. Okay, so
we didn't even stop. We just kind of.
Yeah. You have Brutus roll to aid.
Oh, okay. That's just another strength check for him, right?
Yep.
16.
Okay, so you and Brutus run up, and you guys start tearing away at the door, kind of like slamming into it, and you kind of throw open the door, and inside there is a couple more people. So inside there is a dwarf, one guy that appears to be armed, and two more peasants.
One guy that appears to be armed.
Yeah, just like it's the one that has like a sword. It's just
yeah.
And outside, I should have mentioned this earlier. There's a corpse outside that looks like it was cut down.
Was there anything on the body worth
And yeah, there's a wrist sheath with a masterwork dagger, and inside his cloak there's a pocket that has a potion of hide from animals and 4 vials of green blood oil poison.
Too bad I can't use daggers.
So if you guys kind of sprint in. Oh, I should reveal this, by the way. So it's a kind of sparse interior of the shop. It's drab and dominated mainly by sacks of seed, some bolts of cloth, barrels of nails, and staples like flour and salt. There's a small bedroom with even less decoration inside. Inside there's a longsword, 2 battle axes, an alchemical silver rapier, a masterwork light steel shield, a masterwork bag, a climber's kit, and 8 water skins.
I'm taking the rapier.
Okay.
I'm just claiming that now.
You guys are kind of, as you're kind of like looking around, the dwarf kind of grumbles, fuckers looting my house worse than the Hobbs, better than them. But she doesn't say anything.
I want to say that I'm not actually looting. I'm trying to get the people out.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I assumed you guys kind of shuffle the people out and then try to look around for anything that can help.
Basically, I would have went in and would have told them, grab anything you can, and we have to get out of here now.
So, how I'll play that is I'll admire the.
Anybody inside? Yeah, anybody inside, make me a perception check.
Can I go inside?
Yeah, you can go. Anybody who goes inside can make me a perception check, is what I mean.
But I'm going to admire the work on it. I won't actually take it, but.
I mean, the building is on fire, so.
I mean, I'm gonna carry it with me, and I may get.
20.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Dwogo will actually get a bonus to this because it's related to stone.
Stone, yep.
I should actually take a minus to it. Then.
Dwogo finds the hinged floorboard behind the counter, and inside is a +1 buckler with the holy symbol of Droskar.
Droskar.
Which, might be a little suspect to you, considering Droskar is...
Isn't that the evil one?
It's the evil version of Torag.
Yeah. See, I've been reading up on the dwarf ones at least.
Yeah, so that is you find a +1 buckler with the evil symbol of Droskar, and
Okay.
if you tell them to grab whatever they can, they'll grab like basically everything worth of value, like all the stuff I listed. The people will grab all that so they can bring it with it. And if the dwarf bitches a little bit, one of them says, "Oh, shut it, Kenny! We need this shit to survive in the woods. Are you so daft that you wouldn't want us to bring it?" And Kinning is she's kind of like a cantankerous local smith with like a. She's pretty curt and almost rude, but a lot of people kind of just accept it as some dwarf thing she has. She's got like countless burn scars over her pale skin, and she has like iron gray hair cut into a short wedge.
It's moving. The hair is moving.
Okay. So that's that.
Definitely gonna follow up on that rapier later.
Yeah, like I said, everybody, like all the people will grab all the stuff, and like I said, they kind of insult Kenning for being a greedy bitch.
Well, think of it this way: we could take it with us, and it could help us, or we could leave it here and it could burn or be used against us.
Yeah. Okay. Did you guys want to? The only other thing left here is the smithy. If you want to try and look into that.
Yes.
I do.
Okay. I'll throw it up.
100%.
So you guys go into the smithy. This is a pretty old forge. It's got ample space for working with iron and steel, as well as like limited farrier services. There's not really too many weapons or armor in here. The only thing is there is 5 great arrows.
He's so happy.
So
No
there's
armor,
that.
No armor big enough.
The other thing in here is there's a small like earth elemental kind of floating in the corner, and it's kind of like it looks a little kind of like freaked out, if as freaked out as an earth elemental can be. Does anybody speak Terran?
Yeah.
I can only speak common.
You do, Cade?
Yeah, I was gonna take
Where
that.
do we
I forgot
see
to
our
mark it, but I was
language?
gonna take that.
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy check, Cade.
Oh god.
Where do we see languages? Because I don't.
It's on the first page on core. Okay, so basically you talk to it kind of starts to lash out and throw stuff at you, but as you kind of walk up, hey, it's fine, and speaking to it in Terran, it starts kind of relaxing as best as an earth elemental can relax, and you approach it and I guess pet it ? And it
You give it a rock.
I poke my head in as I hear this. What's that moon speak you speaking?
Oh my god.
Moons.
It actually sounds like when he's talking, it sounds very guttural.
He's just fucking throwing rocks on his throat.
I just imagine Hrothgar peeks his head and he just goes, like hears like the guttural sounds like, "Are you alright in there?" and then just gets hit in the head with one of the rocks.
So yeah, you have calmed down the earth elemental, and it's calmed down.
Yay!
So do you are you gonna just have it like run into the woods then, Cade?
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of like earth shapes away into the woods. And as it leaves, from behind, like to the south, come 2 half-elves, male and a female. Oh, thank you. We were a little scared when that thing kind of showed up out of nowhere, and they pick up longbows on the ground. Like we kind of dropped these because he scared us. Because the male walks up and puts his hand on Kieran's shoulder and says, "You take care of the town folks now." And the female goes, "We've got hobgoblins to hunt." And this is the person you found the necklace of, Dan.
Okay.
This is that's her necklace.
And as they kind of go by, I'm gonna go. Don't die on us. Don't waste our
Wait,
effort.
it was a half elf as well.
Yep, 2 half elves.
Okay.
So you're just gonna have them. You're not gonna stop them or anything.
No.
Okay.
Not this time. But I'm definitely making sure they know that they're wasting my time.
I mean, if anybody likes, they can make a wisdom check.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Smart.
Karen rolls high on the randomest rolls. Wisdom check? Got it.
Got him, coach.
And I'm not gonna roll on it.
Okay. Karen and Dwogal, you guys would assume that they're gonna die. Like, if they go out and try to fight the hobgoblins, they're 100% fucking dead.
I'm just gonna say, you probably shouldn't do that.
And they're like, well, we don't really have anything else to do. What are we gonna do? Run?
I'm
Yes.
suggest they come with us.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Okay. Oh wait, no, that's Brutus.
Yeah, not Brutus.
Brutus barks at them.
I mean, if you want to go die, I'm not gonna stop you.
Diplomacy. A 12.
Okay, and then you guys get a little bit of a bonus. So, they kind of like look at each other, and like they seem to think about it for a second. They're like, I guess I'll help, and they decide to come with you.
Nice.
And then, as you guys are kind of like looking through, Kenny walks up. No, she doesn't. Never mind. I shouldn't have said that. Never mind. So you guys walk up. There's like a workbench with keys on it.
Keys.
Yeah, there's like a key ring on her workbench.
Probably should take that.
And there's also like several notes that seem to be regarding the bridge, like kind of written on a large piece of slate.
Probably should take this too.
Okay. And then there's not really anything else in the animal pen. There's dead animals. If you got the only really thing you could do, you could try to carve their bodies for meat.
Yes, I will.
Okay. So you guys can get some more provisions off of them, and I'll write all this down in the loot sheet either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And as
Okay.
they're kind of doing that, I'm kind of just in the smithy, kind of looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Drothgar is gonna be at the perimeter, basically making sure nothing gets too close. Keeping an eye.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact list, but was there a bow anyway?
A bow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find a light crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Oh.
one of the guys you fight already had a light crossbow. I don't remember exactly which one, so.
I'll be commandeering that.
Okay, I'll move you guys back here. So you guys finished up over here, and begin running towards both Dwogal's house and to the final stop that you guys were recommended to go to by Auburn, which was the Orid's Fine Shop, or Oreld's Fine Shop, rather. And Oreld's Fine Shop, labeled with a single shingle hanging out on front, is one of the few buildings in town made entirely of stone. Mortared white blocks form the walls of this odd-shaped cottage. Scorch marks that shift in color from black to dark blue to glimmering violet mar one wall. The door to the shop stands open, and bloody footprints lead inside.
Can we skip this one?
No.
Wait, which one is this?
This is the shop. This is right up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going in the shop. I would probably know the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna help everyone that I can on the way.
Yeah, that's just Hrothgar's morals. We're going inside. At least he's going inside.
Just needs more
Okay.
people to take up space, but if that's what you guys are doing, I suppose that's what I'll do.
I mean,
My
you could always just go fight the stuff by yourself.
I mean, you're apparently so good at it.
While lying on your ass at a hobgoblin's feet.
So much fighting. Party's a little feisty.
Hey, he's going to be arrogant with the dwarf. The dwarf is going to be arrogant back.
I mean, it's natural for dwarves and elves to fight. I mean, it's
Yeah, exactly.
story as old as time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would imagine I probably wouldn't hate elves, but I probably wouldn't have the greatest opinion of them, because if I'm living in the forest, I'd probably run across them and they probably think I'm a savage piece of shit.
They probably were like,
Get lightly.
"Oh, my sweet summer child."
No, they were completely fine with it.
But to be fair, they don't totally hate humans.
Yeah, but I'm not even like, they wouldn't even see me as a civilized human because I live out in the woods with my wolf.
I mean,
They would
that
probably-
gives us a reason to bond.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't they like you more because you live out in the woods like them?
Okay.
God.
Yeah, sorry about that. So you guys go inside. Oh, I gotta drag you over. Sorry.
Yes.
Screen change!
So you go inside, and you can already hear, like, from as you guys are outside, you can hear like shouting from inside.
Hold on, can you resize this real quick?
That's what I was doing.
Thank you.
Eat.
Now let me
Fucking
just...
mushroom growing noises.
As usual, Dothgar would be running in first.
Okay, so you guys, I'm just gonna reveal the whole fucking map.
Yay.
So you guys would run in and see a goblin holding bombs with a man that those of you local recognize as Vane Oreld. He's on a chain around his neck. And the goblin seems to be he seems to be hurt, like something like sprayed acid on him, and he's kind of threatening Vane. He's like, "If you don't fucking tell me where your shit is, I'm gonna fucking blow your whole fucking brains out!" And in like one hand, he's holding a bomb.
As I run in, can I challenge this guy? Or, I have my challenges already, right?
Yeah, you should, level 1.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Sure. Yeah, you run in and
Call yourself against me!
issue your Cavalier's challenge.
I burst the door, see that. You let him go. Your battle is with me.
He kind of spins around. He goes, "I'll blow you up and then I'll blow his fucking brains out!"
I'd like to see you try. The entire time
Okay, so
I'd just be pointing the club at him.
yeah.
Then...
Okay.
Roll for initiative!
And Orel doesn't look too good. Like he actually has like through his stomach. There's actually a javelin.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's not looking too good. Okay, everybody, just roll me initiative, and then we can start this combat up.
Yeah.
I actually kind of forget what my challenge does.
Bunch of damage buffs, basically.
Oh my god, that initiative.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's gonna even fucking get a turn at this rate. Jesus.
I mean, mine, but sure.
Yeah, no, I just meant like. Skew. Okay, so first up is Aridin. Your Cavalier's Charms would go off on your round share, so if he dies beforehand, you won't waste it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so in case, like, somebody fucking crits, you're not just like, well, there goes my once per day ability.
Yeah.
So, Aridin.
Okay. Unrelated, are we going to be going much longer? Or would
Well, I'm about to end it.
Okay. Then I'm going to do this. I was just trying to figure out. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I really hope this fucking hits. So thank you. I was just about to do that.
That's why I did it.
Do 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 do. And swing. And miss.
Oh my god.
Fuck!
Oh, Kieran.
Yeet me into the grave!
God, I hate this. I hate this stupid mouse. This mouse has two buttons on the side that essentially act as the back button to like go back a page. It's so annoying because I keep like accidentally tapping it.
Okay, so that will hit, dealing 4 points of damage. As your arrow flies out and catches him right in the shoulder. Duogal. I still love Dan's comment at the start. You can kill one of my kids if you want.
Great parenting.
I'm gonna run to here, and I'm gonna try my new weapon.
What is your new weapon?
Crossbow.
Oh, crossbow.
Should take one of those.
Yeah, everybody can have a crossbow at this point. Each, like, 3 or 4 of the goblins you killed each had one. Hobgoblins, rather.
Throthgar is not interested in those types.
No.
So your bolt would fly out
Jesus
past them and miss.
Just. Oh shit! This is more kicking than I thought.
Oh shit, maybe we should be using a hobgoblin weapon since it's a little big.
Just not used to it, just like shoot it into the ceiling. The recoil was too much.
Their arrows were a little heavy.
So Fenn could actually get in with the flank with Aridin, to be honest, if you wanted.
Yeet.
Wouldn't you have to move him one more?
Huh?
Yeah, you could put him up here and flank.
Oh, okay. Yoink.
$15 with a flank is a +2. Will hit your target. And you get a trip.
Which I believe meets.
If you hit his other, you should hit that as well. Where's my CMB? Yep, that hits him, so he is tripped. Okay.
I just
It's
look
his
at
turn.
the dog and go, good dog.
He's gonna take a 5-foot roll. And throw a bomb. At the guy on the, what's it called? The big ass fucking wolf.
Yes,
Okay, so does a 21 hit you, Shira?
it does.
Okay, so you're gonna take
Do we need a reflex save or anything from Splash?
Kieran and Dwogal and Brutus will.
Okay.
So what do I need to roll?
A reflex save. So Throthgar takes 6 damage.
I don't think Brutus got hit.
Fuck, I forgot how splash weapons work.
How could you forget? We just had one.
Because I never had to remember it was Shira.
Yeah.
Because he had selective splash.
Yeah. Then
Is there
I
being
take,
sent?
I take 6 damage.
Hold on. Yes, 6 damage.
That hurt.
I mean, it was a bomb.
I know.
Existence is pain!
Existence is pain.
Did I take damage or did I dodge it?
I'm trying to see really quick because I don't remember how bombs work. I'm sorry.
If it's like dodge for null or dodge for half.
I think it was.
It's half damage, yeah. So it's
Oh, is it
one.
half damage?
It's one. So those. So everybody would take 3 damage. So everybody takes 1 damage. Because 3 halved is 1.5, and you round down.
Okay.
Hrothgar, do you still want to challenge him?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not gonna take that away.
that's fine. I just make sure. So you run up.
Right here, and then
I'm pretty sure you're gonna completely and utterly fucking eviscerate this guy.
most likely
No, don't, because that means I'm next.
bite and great club.
So I'm not even gonna worry about your Cavalier bonus because Brutus runs up and bites him and starts dragging him towards you, and Brutus starts dragging him towards you, and Hrothgar swings out and crushes his entire chest cavity and killing him instantly. So he's dead. So Oreld is basically about to die if he doesn't get healing.
Look back at Dwargal. Dwargal, heal now.
And Dwargal would know Vayne Oreld because he's like the local, like, kind of a normal healer, not magical healer.
Mm-hmm.
So just go ahead and roll a Cure Light Wounds off the wand, I'm assuming.
The big told me.
No, I'm actually going to keep my spell one.
That works as well.
And
Try maybe
and-
actually asking nicely.
And yes, I know I did not ask politely, but I mean considering the situation.
He's literally bleeding out, dying. So
Exactly.
he's a middle-aged Taldian man with like light brown skin, amber eyes, dark brown hair, and he's got kind of like a cop mustache. Okay, so roll the 1d8.
And also, to be fair, Dan's character, because I think we decided that our characters were pretty much friends.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys live in town, it's understandable if you do be
Yeah.
friends.
Dan's character would know that, like, I never get like this
Boom.
unless it's absolutely needed.
Okay, so he's fully healed. He's still pretty hurt. He did, like I said, have a javelin through his stomach.
But you have to remember, Eridan isn't from the town.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I'm-
actually
I'm-
lives in
so-
Bigwood.
Yeah, I'm saying this like out of character though.
So
And
he,
And actually, if they both lived here, would they have known me at some point or another since I come here often?
They probably would have known you as that guy who lives in the woods.
I may have come across him 1 or 2 times when I was lumberjack.
That fucking weirdo that talks about.
He was asleep in a tree once, and I just fucking cut the tree down.
I will keep what I
I
said
like that.
before that I had never seen Kieran before, because
Okay.
like I said before, like when he first was introduced, I was like, "That's a face I don't recognize. Come over here."
Yeah. So,
I think it still hold that since he kind of keeps to himself, you might not have like actually noticed him because he doesn't stand out.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've probably been around because like Hrothgar was basically a guard of the village, so he probably saw you but didn't really like, you know.
See you.
Yeah.
He saw through you.
Yes.
So, you guys can search this. You'll find some various loot. I'll write all that down later. He, after Orod's healed up, he coughs up a little bit of blood. He was stabbed through the stomach with a javelin, so he's not doing too well, even with the magical healing. And he'll say, there's still some villagers down there. He threw a bomb in there, but I don't know if all of them died. And basically, if you go back into the back room, into like one of these, there's like a rug on the ground that's kind of been like hastily kicked over, and it's still, the door is open now. Inside, there's only 2 people, but you can see they're like covered in blood. And near them is just like 5 other people, like all eviscerated from the bomb.
I'm going to help the survivors out.
Same.
Okay, you guys help them out, and you manage to save more people, as you have quite a large entourage now. And after you came here, Auburn says, "Is there anything else we need to check? We need to get out of this town now. They are swarming over everywhere."
Not without my family.
I'm also going to, like, before we leave this house, go up to Dorgal. You mind healing me a bit? That bomb did a number.
I'm gonna poke him with a stick and just say, click.
Okay. So there's various loot you guys find through here. Vane points out anything of interest since you saved his life. And you guys start moving on towards the house, towards Dorgal's house. And as you get closer, you notice that the house is on fire and the door is kicked in.
I'm just gonna call out the kids' names that I can't remember. Right this second.
So you call out for your kids' names. And as you wait for a response, we'll go ahead and end it there for the week.
Sons!
My son!
My baby boys!
Oh, he's gotta go check on his baby.
I gotta go check up my baby.
Oh my god.
Good times, good times.
Look, you guys.
You love me.
So yeah, we will end it there for the week.
Yay! Now it's time for loot and waffles.
I will fill out the loot sheet tomorrow because it's 11 o'clock and I need to get to bed.
Yeah.
Then waffles!
I'm gonna head
But it's
to
only
bed too,
10:53.
because it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Fuck you all.
Shut the fuck up, Al.
Ilya, Rose is upset with you. She wants more Pathfinder.
I know, but I gotta sleep.
To be
for
fair,
work.
that was a long session
Oh
though
yeah,
for
this was
this
super
group.
long.
Well,
What I wanted to was to try and do the village in one day, but there was just so much.
Oh yeah, definitely.
and
It didn't help that we were
if
stopping at every stop.
And if I hadn't had to work dinner, we could have started on time. But
Yeah, but we had a nice little opening because of it, so.
It's fine, to be fair, I started having Discord issues too.
Yeah, that too.
I do appreciate everybody's patience there.
It played out quite nicely into you coming in as well. So
Yeah, it did, and I didn't mean to kind of just toss you into the open end right
No,
there, but
that's fine.
it was too perfect. You got into chat, and I was like, we're literally at a point where nobody else knows what to say. Hey, an elf walks into the bar, and
That's a terrible opening to a joke.
the elf walks into the bar and says, "Why are you all not elves?"
Yeah.
to the half
there
giant,
an
a
elf
human, and a
bar?
fucking dwarf. It's all having fun. At
An
a
elf
drink.
walks into a bar and has to pick himself up after he trips on it because he walked into it.
Can I just say I'm already having like 10 times more fun playing as Hrothgar?
See, it helps when you're not an emo boy, or
Says the emo boy.
He's not
Not
emo, he's
emo.
just racist.
I'm just racist.
To be fair, there's a difference between being emo and being a fucking raving racist.
It's not that I don't like people. I'm just very selective
I'm
in
just
who I do like.
racist.
And
It's not that I
everybody
don't
else
like
is
people, I'm
fine.
just horribly
Quite literally.
racist.
It's like,
Everybody
I
else
don't
is
need
fine.
everybody. I like the guy in the mirror just fine. Everyone else can suck my dick, though. My slender, hairless, elven dick.
And don't worry, I have a lot of time for practice.
So, just before I get off, one thing I need to mention. So as you guys
I
will
love
be in
that
a
we were talking
wilderness.
about dicks, and then Ilya's like, one thing before I get off.
Azura, thank you
Yep.
for the follow.
Weird.
So really quick, one thing that is going to be a mechanic that you have to deal with, which is why I've mentioned meat and provisions. You guys are going to be in the woods.
Yeah.
You will need food to survive and water to survive.
Water's
a
fine
mechanic.
because I've got create water.
Yeah, exactly. But you can only create certain amounts of water per day, and you have a literal fucking entourage.
Yeah,
I can create 2 gallons of water.
But that's fine.
I figured that was going to be a thing we had to pay attention to. That's why I made sure Brutus can actually hunt.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. I'm also a hunter. I've got my wolf, and I got bonus
Exactly.
to survival checks.
So
And I
you guys
live
have been gathering food up until now. So I'll basically tomorrow, when I write up the food, when I write up the list of loot and everything, there'll be provisions listed, and that's what those are. Is why I was getting into that.
Do you want to make it into its own tab?
There's already a loot sheet. I'm just gonna basically delete the old loot sheet and make a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have purified food and drink, just for everyone. So rotting isn't a big thing.
Depending which direction we go into the Fangwood, I should stop by my house.
Well, is your house like? Your house would be over the bridge, right? It wouldn't be like the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in the woods.
I live like on the southern edge of the Fangwood.
Then probably we could. You just have to bring
Yep.
it up.
I imagine his house is quite deep in the woods, rather than just like on the edge.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not totally on the edge, but I'm not like all the way up in the middle because that'd be like elf territory.
Yeah, no, I know. So
And as one that lives in these woods.
all right, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
dip because
lovely
I need
little
sleep.
Oh wait,
But,
no, it does. Oh wait, yeah, it does.
Okay, night night.
Nah.
But yeah, did everybody like the session?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm loving this.
Also,
Also, yeah, I'm looking at this water. I can create infinite amount.
Well, is it a first level spell?
It's a 0 level spell.
Ah,
Oh wait,
so
no, up to 2 gallons of water per level. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
my homebrew rule.
which still is a fair amount actually. Like a couple gallons can last like a day or so, depending on how many people are with you.
Mm-hmm.
How many
So we have,
people
like,
do we have, by the way?
15.
Right now, oh
Yeah.
man.
I mean, just our party, we've got 4 players and 2 doggos. One very large doggo.
And
Like,
we have
just-
like about 10 at least with us.
You have more than 10. You got almost 10 people out of one building.
Yeah.
That's why I said at least 10.
You guys have so many people with you.
And they're all gonna come into my forest.
To be fair, some of them are also people that are trained to be able to at least basic fight, so can also help hunting.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys will have some help. And again, leadership isn't technically banned in this.
Yeah. Hey,
In
Joe,
ways that I will explain later.
I was gonna ask, when we start up next week, can I actually do a description of my character since I didn't get to?
Yeah, I'm sorry
I
about
suppose so.
Oh yeah.
And I never actually gave people my name, so I presume people are going to ask.
Yeah.
that. Technically, half of you guys didn't give each other names. It's just some of you knew each other, so that's how it worked out.
They
Yeah.
won't know me technically.
Technically,
Yeah, that was
they,
what I'm saying,
they-
like-
they
Yeah.
would know. They would know Dan's character's name now because I did say his name.
Yep. So mine is the only, I said Frothgar as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
both me and you have both of our names haven't been out there.
And then Kieran would know Brutus's name because I introduced when I was like, "This is Brutus."
And Kieran said his name as well. Actually, yeah. So it's only the elf we don't know.
Yep. Because he was an edgy boy and sat in the corner.
Again, Kate, I'm really sorry about that.
That's okay.
I I was like, alright, and then this happens, and then I was like, wait.
Meanwhile, at the place of interest,
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.
Good night.
Okay. Farewell.
Night.
I'm gonna head off too. So
Good night.
and farewell stream if it's still there.
It is.
Farewell,
Farewell stream.
Actually,
good night, stream, shamalama doogong, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
eight viewers right now. It's pretty awesome.
Goodbye, 8 people that I have never met in my life.
Never say never.
I have never. I haven't. They can pretty much confirm they have not from the limited amount of people that I've met in real life.
I
Quick,
mean,
stream watchers, before he shuts it off, post all the lewds.
no, don't do that. Do not do that.
I just realised something probably as well. I don't think Ilya changed off his setting for like the multi-volume thing. So he may go on like tomorrow and just blast music in someone's fucking ears. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but I've actually posted a video where I was talking about with Gimli.
Wolves are natural sprinters! Very dangerous over short distances!
I just love the fact that he falls around the corner as well.
I love him, he's awesome. I love just the commentary on the movie, like when they talk about him getting into fight scenes, like he'll direct the actors like, alright, you come at me, I'm gonna hit you, and I'm gonna hit you, and then you come at me, and I'm gonna hit you, and then like the guy that played Mary just comments on it, he's like, and he hit every single one of them. Like he was supposed to pull his shot, he didn't. He fucking hit everybody that ran at him. And he says it with like this dramatic look, he's like, and he hit every single fucking one.
Well, I know the guy that plays Aragorn fucking like broke the nose and a jaw and an arm of 3 of the fucking different stunt actors he was.
Yeah.
Didn't he also break his foot at one point by kicking a helmet like over and over?
Yes, he did. Like when he kicks the helmet when they can't find the hobbits and he drops to the ground and screaming. That's real scream. He hurt his foot on that helmet.
Yeah, that's actually an outtake. I love that about filming, by the way. The fact that they just take outtakes. Like there was a Pirates of the Caribbean one that they did for an advert. You go where Orlando Bloom just goes, "Okay, let's run it again." I'll say it like that. But they put it in the fucking trailer as if it was like from the scene where Jack's running away from all the fucking tribe people. He's like, okay, let's go.
Oh my god. I can't wait for next week. This is gonna be great.
We're making an army.
It's gonna be even more fun to play an elf too. I'm so excited to play the elf.
I'm happy to play my character.
I love my dwarf so much.
I love my half giant. So
I also like how I seem to be the only one with a last name.
Yeah, I'll make one.
To be fair, my character just knows his name. He doesn't really know what his last name is.
Yeah.
He like wandered into the woods when he was a kid and just kind of stayed there.
I was about to say Hrothgar wouldn't have a last name, but no, he would have taken Elizabeth's last name, so I have to figure out a last name.
Elizabeth!
Yeah, Elizabeth was
Swan.
Elizabeth.
Hrothgar Swan.
Oh, his last name isn't gonna fit with him at all. It's gonna like go with Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth Swan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say your homework this year. You need to like practice a Darren DePaul voice. Just really rock that. Just throaty. Just Reinhardt.
I honestly,
Reinhardt.
when I actually like move and stuff, and I'm living over in Montana and stuff, I will actually do the voice more because I can't yell all the time here.
Yeah, of course.
Same problem here.
When do you move anyway?
My goal is by the end of the month. Because there's only like 2 things that I need to do. I need to like do the application thing, and then I need to the application more just for like info and stuff. But and I also need to like work out an actual like date for like the bus and stuff.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I remember when I first moved out. It was fun.
Anyway, I'm off.
I mean, technically, I've already moved out. I don't live with my mom anymore.
You just get to do it again.
Yeah, I just get to do it again.
Right.
Again.
See, when I initially moved out, it was in with William, but I did not tell my parents I was moving out until after my lease and everything was signed.
Mom was not happy.
Mom was not happy. But see, as much as I love my parents, they really needed my help at that time, and if I had told them, I would have been guilt tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was better that I did it, and
Yeah,
then
they were just kind of sucking the life out of you, like you needed to get out.
I needed my own independence.
Same way that Courtney still really needs to. She just still fucking refuses.
So
Right. Anyway, I'm actually leaving now. So
Yep.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. Good night, friends.
good night.
Good night. I'm gonna head out as well.
Well, I will tell you kind of part of the reason. I mean, you can read it about elves. Um, elves don't like halflings or anybody that is a half breed.
Mm.
So that's part of the reason why he is harsh.
No, yeah. I assumed it was like just the elven racism. I'm just messing with you most
Yeah,
of the time.
elves hate everybody.
Yeah.
Like unless they have a naturally long lifespan, so you're talking like dragons or something of that sort,
Mm-hmm.
something that can live thousands of years,
Yeah.
they hate them.
To be fair, well, I mean, no, half giants can't live for thousands of years, but like from what I've seen, they live up to like 200. Though Throthgar specifically is more human than half giant, or more human than giant, I should say. So
From a elf perspective, I know you're well, I don't know at this point, but if he finds out that you are a half giant, he's gonna not care how much human you have
no, yeah.
because you're not full. So
Mhm.
because elves just hate everybody.
I mean, like it's kind of not hard to tell that I'm like part giant because I am massive.
He can kind of tell, but it kind of helps that he hates everybody to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But I went the wrong way. But yeah, I was kind of going through that, and it wasn't intentional when I was doing it.
Oh no,
But I was reading it. I'm like, wait a minute. Shira's half giant. This is going to be so good.
No, yeah, that's what I loved about like when I first found out that in the previous campaign that your character was an Azamar. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate you.
Because I'm just like, well, there I'm gonna hate Shira, and then I'm just kept reading it, and they went on talking about how they hate pretty much everybody.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, the amount of sass I am going to be able to do right now with this character. Because it even talks about, like, down the line, if that they can come to respect individuals of that race while hating the race as a whole.
Yeah.
So, like, I can like Dan's character, but I can hate dwarves overall.
Yeah.
But it specifically goes in there that and this is kind of personal knowledge, not character knowledge at this point. But it goes on to say that if I get called out on my behavior of treating everybody like the trash, it's like the elf doesn't understand why quote unquote his special friend is upset because he's quote unquote so much better than the rest of his kind. I like there's so much sass with it. So I am really looking for it.
And by the way, Throthgar will actually like try to earn your respect because like just like even what I was doing before, I know your character wouldn't have noticed because you were unconscious, but like the instant you went down, he pulled Brutus over to defend you.
Yep. Unfortunately, he didn't notice that.
Yeah,
All he
of
knew
course.
was Dan saved him. So he likes Dan a little bit more right now than anybody else.
Which like I'm pretty sure later on I get more abilities to be like if I'm like next to you, I can literally jump in front of you and take damage for you or like try to block it. So that will come into play.
Yep, it actually worked out because I hadn't intended on falling unconscious, but it wasn't in character for me to ask for help from people I don't know.
Yeah.
So considering the dwarf jumped in and kind of did it himself, that gets respect points.
Hmm.
So I'm happy with the elf so far.
Yeah. Hey, and maybe it could be a thing that every time you go down, that's what Hrothgar does, and he defends you, and then you find out someday, and you're just like, oh, well then.
Maybe this human. Got to make sure there's that nice long pause in
Yeah, just like the human question mark.
there. But all right, I'll let you go. I just wanted because I wasn't worried about it because if you look up elf in general,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see it says right in there. So
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm actually not being a. I know it wasn't intended that way or was even serious, but he's not actually an emo boy. He just fucking hates everybody.
Oh yeah, I know. I was just teasing you.
No, no, I
Cause like
know.
that was like the stereotypical like lone wolf player thing. It's like I go to the tavern, I sit in the corner by myself.
Yep. He just hates everybody there. That's
Yeah.
all. So, but because it even says in here, elves value their privacy and traditions, and while they are often slow to make friends, at both personal and national levels, once an outsider is accepted as a comrade, the resulting alliance can last generation.
Yeah.
And it says elves take great joy in forging alliances with races that share their long lifespans and often work to befriend dragons, outsiders, and fae. But that kind of counteracts part of my story too,
Yeah.
like my character story for the fae. But you'll find out about that later. Maybe.
Yeah.
If
I need to put more like plot points for future stuff because I worked hard on Hrothgar's backstory, but
Mhm.
I only have like one thing planned for something to happen later on.
Yeah, I totally plan. I mean, I gave it to Ilya kind of a generic for backstory, which helps with kind of my campaign piece
Yeah.
of it. And then in turn with that, it kind of gave me a full backstory of who he is, why he is,
Yeah.
what his
Did
mission is.
did I actually ever send you my full backstory?
No, I don't think so.
I will send it to you.
I have to write. Actually, I did a generic, but I have to clean it up and make it nice. But I had to give something to Ilya to work on, so.
Yeah. Let me scroll up through this chat and find it. There we go. Copy.
Relations. First thing it says for relation. Elves are prone to dismissing other racing, writing them off as rash and impulsive.
It's I'm sending it in 3 parts because it's really long.
Jesus. That's fine. But I will be right back. You're probably going to hop out.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
gonna
will see you
end the
tomorrow.
stream and hop out.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right. I hope you all had fun watching slash listening in on that. Um, I know we didn't get to end the previous campaign, which is, don't get me wrong, it's unfortunate. I wish we could have at least put some end to it. I gave Ilya some ideas, but it just kind of, I don't know, it would have taken more prep than it was worth. Uh, and for those of you who had watched the previous ones like Rose and Mog, if you guys want to know what Zidrim's like backstory was and stuff, just like I'll tell it to you guys later. Hi, Rose. But yeah, like if you guys want to actually know what his backstory was, like why he wore the mask and everything, why he was super untrusting, I can tell you that later in a call. And yeah, so we're basically going to be doing this from now on. And the reason we had to stop this one was because that Ilya he just kind of wasn't feeling it. He couldn't get invested in it, and where's Forza? Shut up. Yeah, he couldn't get invested in it, and he didn't want to put less effort into our campaign and stuff like that. So that's why we switched over to this one, and I can even tell he's having a lot more fun with this one. We're all having a lot more fun with this one. So I think it's going to be even better. And honestly, even with just character-wise, you heard me before, I'm having a lot more fun just role-playing and just combat-wise. I'm having a lot more fun with this character than I did with Zidrum. So I think it's going to be great, and I hope you guys like it. And as usual, we're going to be doing this every Wednesday. We're going to try to, at least. So if you guys want, come back next week and join us again for this. But with that, I need to end the stream. Next stream should be Friday? Yeah, Friday. Friday we're gonna be doing raids. And maybe tomorrow, if I have time, I might do some Dead Cells or something. Maybe do streamer mode again. I know a lot of people like that. So if I have time, I will stream tomorrow. But definitely Friday we will be streaming again. But yeah, with that, I must bid you all a farewell for now. I hope you have a wonderful night.